legend. When it come to beef, I'm carrying 3 weapons. Every other verse, even got Keith sweating. The real Batman remind you of Heath Ledger. I told him I'm really a street legend. When it come to beef, I'm carrying 3 weapons. Every other verse, even got Keith sweating. The real Batman remind you of Heath Ledger. They wanna play it by the side. They looking at a bronc, get ready to collide. Good with them streets, then you meeting your demise. You can tell you see the shadow master through your eyes. I can tell you divide. You reaping that grand prize until I beat you down. Now you seeing on the skies. You looking at a legend while I'm blasting the weapon. You up in the club, I'm laughing, try asking me questions. Looking bad till she passed her reflection. Well, guess what? I mean, so past the suggestion. I told these and I'm really a street legend. When it come to beef, I'm carrying 3 weapons. Every other verse, even got Keith sweating. I swear to God, remind you of Batman, Heath Ledger. I told him I'm really a street legend. When it come to beef, I'm carrying 3 weapons. Every other verse, even got Keith sweating. The real Batman, remind you of Heath Ledger. I told him I'm really a street legend. When it come to beef, I'm carrying 3 weapons. Every other verse, even got Keith sweating. The real Batman, remind you of Heath Ledger. I'm playing games.
Yeah. The second in-studio show of 2025. I'm still saying Happy New Year's. I'm still saying Happy New Year's. Y'all already know what it is. It's Grindhard TV podcast. You know what I mean? We in S.STREET Media Studios. And I got a special guest here with me today.
Get it.
Lazaris, the Top Dog.
Top Dog.
Told you I'm really a street legend.
They making history.
You heard? Yo, man, Laz, what's goody?
Yo, man, feel good to be inside of the Grindhard TV podcast.
You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
Finally, you on the show.
Yo, I'm on the show. This is my brother personally, but you know, a nigga's schedule been busy, and even though I'm an affiliate and working, even World tells me, y'all, so y'all can hear it, I need you to make sure you make it to the show. So I made sure I was on time, regardless of the snow or the hail today. Shout out to my brother, Cose TDS.
Yes.
In the building, graffiti legend.
Y'all already know. I want to get him over here later.
Yeah, I'm just giving him a shout out because, you know, when it come to the crunch time, my brother from the Def Squad, he don't play. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to make it there. We making it there. Want to give a shout out to Mathematics. You know what I mean? The whole S.STREET Media and the Vandal Hour.
Yeah, actually, the Vandal Hour team is in the building.
It's in the building. So I respect it. You know
this is a legendary meeting right here.
It's a meeting, the episode.
You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Vandal Hour in here. We got legendary Cose in the building.
Yes.
Lazarus the Top Dawn.
Yes.
Grindhard TV podcast. You really making history right now today.
And I gotta say a salute 20 years, you know what I'm saying? My brother brought me out the, Music Media Monday. I never forget that. 20 years, you gotta respect it. You know
Shout out Media Monday and shit.
Media Monday.
Word up. Shout out to my guy DWI. You know what I'm saying? Because we be going to Media Monday because it's actually Media Monday. So we in media, we be going up in there and doing our thing. And he's your fellow Bronxian.
That's my fellow Bronxian tonight. And shout out to the Paul Father. That's my brother in arms all day.
So shout out DWI. We're gonna be at Media Mondays again this Monday with Kevo. No, I'm not. Rach and Kevo. Yeah, they run it, but Epidemic. But his special guest is Ja Rule's DJ. What's his name? Don DeMarco.
My brother Don DeMarco. Hold on, put some respect on the name. That's my brother. He said Don DeMarco, shit like that, like that. It's my brother. Shout out to him.
Yeah, Don DeMarco was goody, my guy, Queens. You already know. So look, I just want to say I'm happy that we got Lazarus the Top Dog in the building because there's so much for us to talk about. The first thing I want to say is let everybody know about your marketing strategies and some of the radio stations that you have under your belt and things that I saw. Let's get right to it. Let the people know what it is.
Of course. So salute first off. Shout out to Grindhard TV podcast. Shout out to World of Ramen. Shout out to all my boys that we in here. And, a lot of people are usually asking me away from the artistry, what kind of marketing strategies I have. So that way you guys can know, I've developed marketing strategies over the last 15 years. I specialize in sales and marketing, and I've actually got a degree in marketing so people can actually know that I've strategized and worked with actual wholesale companies and work with people to create analysis to be able to make these things happen. Shout out to my team. I have a whole analytical team that's all the way from here out in India and in Dubai that I work with left and right. And part of these strategies are targeting the market areas and helping artists create what we call their bandwidth. And by the bandwidth, we make sure that basically we're helping you create a core target following. Because with that core following, with different radio campaigns and campaigns that we add along and playlisting, it will make sure that your music is charting. For people that don't know, I'm also a DJ. I'm DJ Lazaris as well too. I have my own radio show called Thetopdon Radio that we are now syndicated on 6 different radio stations across the world.
Let's go.
Facts.
Let's go.
You already know.
You know what it is. Y'all better pay attention to what he's saying.
Correct. So
ahead, tell them more.
When artists usually sit and ask me, they're like, well, what do you mean by your show is syndicated? So I tell them syndicated means that it's FM and digital. So that means if your music is actually properly registered, whether you're an ASCAP or BMI or CSAC or any one of your, performance right
Sound Exchange, Song Trust.
Sound Trust, any one of those, right? Then you will get paid for your music as long as you did the proper paperwork. Now, what happens is a lot of people, they usually come and they're like, well, Laz, I want the record played and this, that, and I'm like, that's fine. I don't mind playing the record for you, but I'm not about shortchanging the artist. And what I mean by shortchanging the artist is that we have this stigma in hip hop where we feel everybody has to just give payola for information.
Right.
And my whole thing is that I remember when the door and the turnkey was closed on me and nobody wanted to teach me what it was to be able to elevate myself. And one thing I said in 2025 was, being a man, the realest thing that you could do is help a person move up their business or help them get their job to take care of their family. Let me get a clap for that shit. Straight gangster. All right? Now, away from that, right, I started realizing that, hip hop, is a beautiful art form that was created from us.
Right.
And nobody wants us to be able to have this information without having money. Now, my thing is, how can you have money if you never got a chance or was never educated on how you can get money?
Right.
So those things are part of the reasons why I am the way I am, and I explain to artists about the rotation and just being what I call Mr. Get It Done.
Right.
And that's how we start off from that.
Yo, so guys like you, they would call a Hustle Simmons.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So because you really hustle like Russell Simmons did.
Correct. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I just want to commend you for knowing all of the knowledge that you know, because this is an independent era and you have to know the stuff that you know. We know. And I say in some instances, you more on it than me, because I'm guilty at times of putting out records before and not doing the proper paperwork because I just wanted to throw shit out, or maybe I didn't have the sample cleared and I'm like, I ain't going to go through all of that. And I put it out there, and I've been in the game for a long time. So even veterans is out here guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? So what you're saying is absolutely correct. Nowadays, since it's an independent era, you got to squeeze every fucking penny out of whatever you put out there. Correct. And with all of these organizations, like BMI, ASCAP, Song Trust, Sound Exchange, and all that, these different platforms, you got to affiliate your music with these platforms so you can get your money.
Correct.
Even with Instagram and Facebook, there's ways you can get money off this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and little checks, $40 checks here, $30 checks here, constantly coming in from all of the posting and everything you doing. That shit really adds up. You know what I'm saying? A $40 check 10 times, that's $400.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So you can get that within a month's time, 10 times, as long as you constantly posting and shit like that, and your reels and everything is getting them views. You get a $40 check 10 times in a month, that's $400.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That's $1,200 in 3 months.
A lot of people don't realize that, you have all the tools and the marketing right in front of you.
Right.
And that being a content creator is a lot much easier now than what it was before we knew what going viral was. The reason we know that is because at the end of the day, people are starting to realize, even though it's always been there, that we're in the market, that sex is always going to sell. This is why you see it, why you see these women on OnlyFans making more money than the NBA basketball players.
Yeah, millions.
Things going on. And then you hear rappers complaining about that they're not making money on streams, and that's because they're not following the rules and guidelines to make money on streams. They're still using the marketing tools that they were using when we were selling CDs out of the trunk of our car. Mm-hmm. And that's not the way that it works anymore. You have to realize there's an analytical report. There are program directors. There are people that make sure that you are charting. Then there's a difference. You need to realize just because you think it's a cool station, it doesn't mean that your music might be on rotation in that station. It might not be worked in that area. Like, people don't realize, like, I have access to even top chart pop 40 radio, which a lot of people don't even use pop radio because most of these artists don't want to go on pop. But pop is the real way to go in country music and rock and roll, because the dedicated fans are actually staying and listening and paying for that purchase of the music. What happens is, in hip hop, a lot of our people want to bootleg our music, or our friends will ask us, well, hi world, can you be able to email me your track? No. Purchase it off of the same place where it was at, because when you go to Louis Vuitton or Gucci, you don't ask for a discount unless you got a code. You won't get a code unless you already made a purchase to show that you are ongoing existing customer.
This is why when my last couple of projects and most of my projects going forward, I'll be releasing my projects on like Bandcamp. Because with Bandcamp, you can actually name your price. You can put $1 per single, like how it used to be when the internet first really hit.
Correct.
You know, when Napster and all of that was involved and shit like that. That's where we was really making money off this. But I think the artist and the industry wasn't savvy enough to really know how to capitalize off of it.
Correct. I'm glad. That's why shout out to my brother World, and that's why I'm involved in his life now and things like that when it comes to Grindhard and different things and making decisions. That is great, but the people don't realize, shout out to Bandcamp, it does that. But remember, when you're putting your singles and your music, this is free game for y'all. Your publicist probably won't even teach you this without you paying a marketing dollar. But if you was to lower the rate of your actual music from $1.99 instead of $2.99 and $9.99, you're eliminating yourself from a company called Illuminate. Illuminate, for you people that don't know, what the originals that came from Napster and Billboard, when you want to see your actual music charted on the billboards. How can it be charted if they don't have a track record to see you make sales for $2.99 or $9.99 for a project? That was free game for y'all.
Okay, there you go. So just make sure when y'all put y'all shit up there, y'all know what they charge and shit like that, and stop getting like a quarter of a penny from these streams. Like, I don't know if y'all seen what I be posting, but whenever I see stuff that's educational to people to really finesse their situation and make their money off their music, it's not always putting it on Spotify anymore. Everybody be worrying about the Spotify playlist, but Spotify is the main organization that's really robbing the artists.
Correct.
And you only really get nothing they could do. Like, how does the executives from Spotify make billions of dollars, and then you got somebody like Snoop, for instance, that said he did 1 billion streams and he only made 45,000 off of 1 billion streams.
Niggas out there doing people like Birdman did Weezy.
And the reason that happens is because a lot of times these artists are not looking at the independent deal that was given. Like, we don't even really stop and think and say, who was it that took over our audio to say that it was okay for the record labels and the performance right organizations that represent me to say that my song is only worth 0.199 tenths of a cent from every sale that I make. So you have to realize that Spotify is not the deeming person to make your money. A lot of people don't even realize when you're getting played on your regular radio stations. I want you to Google how many stations, right, and how many spins per station it comes, and I want you to Google how much is it that you receive when it plays on your regular station. You really want to be able to get your music played on Sirius XM, where you make $43 to $44 per stream. The problem is that receiving that there is to have a connection and make sure that people are charting your music there.
What's the guy's name up there from Sirius XM?
Oh, shout out to Amadeus, of course. You already know.
But it's another guy that's like the program director.
Oh, you talking about Dan, program director?
His name is Sirius something. I forgot his name. You know what I mean? Shout out to him though. I forgot his name, but yeah, he's the guy that you talk to and stuff like that. If you want to try to talk about getting some stuff in rotation, or you can speak to Amadeus and all of that and get on. What's the name of his show?
Punchline Academy.
Punchline Academy and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first met you, Laz.
Yeah.
You was actually with Infamous Amadeus, and you was his artist.
Correct.
And I remember seeing you at all of these events that he would do down there on Avenue A.
Correct.
Right. I forgot the name of the club or whatever like that.
Hayati.
Yeah, Hayati and shit. And you was there every time. And you was always spitting, man. You always had bars, and I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this Spanish nigga that still get so busy and shit? You know, and I already was a big fan of Big Pun, and you know what I'm saying, and Fat Joe and all of that, but Cuban Links and all that. But when I see you, I was like, this nigga really can rap. Like, you know what I mean? This nigga get busy, and he like, yeah, you could tell he stood on you as his artist because he knew, and I was like, yeah, it was you and some other dude, I think his name was Party Artie.
Yeah, shout out to Party.
Yeah, I remember a couple of artists back then. And I was like, yo, this boy Lazarus, he's good, boy.
I appreciate it.
Since then, I don't know, me and you wind up always be linking up in the same circles and wind up doing things together, pause.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And making shit happen. So it's like, now that we kind of like working together now, and you soliciting clients for my show, and we running around together, doing a lot of shows together. You know what I'm saying? Making shit happen, doing songs, and we call ourselves the Squad. The
Squad, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you never know when you meet a person in this game how y'all relationship will turn out.
Correct.
You don't know who you gonna meet up with, and y'all gonna be competitive. what is this word I'm trying to say? Complimentive
yeah.
Right, enough to go to the top together. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. That's the same way I feel about when I met Matt for S.STREET Media, because I already met you before I heard about you, but when I came into doing the show here is when I was doing the co-hosting podcasting with the other girl that I was working with. And then, you know what I'm saying, once she flew the coop or whatever, me and Mav wound up, you know what I'm saying, staying doing our thing and shit like that. So you never know who you meet, and y'all gonna be competitive, compatible. That's the word I'm looking for, Mav. Good looking. Compatible to stay doing business together and go to the top together. So I applaud you on that, Laz, because I respect you as an artist first and foremost.
Thank you, my brother.
You be getting on fucking live shows and destroying shit. I ain't gonna front that.
I appreciate it, my brother.
Shit, son. Like, niggas know, like, when you said to me one time, you was like, yeah, we gonna go in there and battle, and niggas, I know niggas don't want nothing. I was dead ass sure, like, these niggas don't want nothing.
Yeah.
These niggas don't want nothing. You
shout
know
out for people that know No World is my brother. You know, we have something in effect that we call the boomerang. You know what I'm saying? And the boomerang effect is basically like, you know, we don't mind to open the door for you, or even, you know, say, here, let me send you this. But it's all about the boomerang, and I'm going to tell you why. People don't know how to reciprocate things back.
Right.
And people forget that in life it's all about reciprocation. So I can help you all day, right? And if it basically is free for you to be able to promote, share my things, I'm not asking you for any money, then it should just come naturally from you. You understand what I'm saying? Or naturally, when you go somewhere, someone should say, well, I want to be able to do that. One thing I respect about World, I respect World's grind, and I respect World's lyricism. You know, I actually went to a spot with him. It was me, him, DJ Energetic, when I first made Street Legend, right? And shout out to
you freestyled that. You just came up with that shit that day.
I freestyled that day, and nobody would ever actually believe that, because, you know, I try to tell him, bro, well, you see the guy that was there? Like, I'm not just saying it. He has a podcast that he's been on there for 20 years. And they look at me and they go, well, what do you mean? I go, well, if you was to look and you're actually paying attention as a fan, you will see at the end of the day that I do a lot of different things with him, and that we're actually on there. And you can shout out to DJ Ace, all right, because we was in the legendary Quad Studios and all that. Everybody's looking around, all bubble faced, and they're like, well, what the hell are you gonna do? And I'm like, just throw the beat on. You know what I'm saying? They're like, what do you mean just throw the beat on? I haven't seen you write anything or do nothing. I told World, I said, World, I got this. I'm gonna do the whole song. And he was like, what? And that's a real talk, because he's my brother. He's the only one that really knows.
Because we all been working together in the studio. Like I said, we the squad.
Yeah.
So we was in the studio working on records. I knew that Laz had this beat from Blue Diaz.
Correct.
And we knew when we went into that studio, they was like, yo, send whatever beats y'all want to use. And we was all saying, we going to perform on Blue Diaz beats.
Yeah.
So he gave them that Street Legend beat.
Correct.
This nigga Lazarus freestyled the whole song.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
What I played in the beginning of the show, I tell you, I'm really a street legend. He said that shit off the top of his head.
Yeah.
That's how that song came about.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And you know what's so crazy? Not the other day when we went to Media Mondays, there was a girl that was there that saw me, and she was like, oh, I remember you. You was at the studio that time when you ate that kid, because it was some kid there from Philly that was rapping, and he was trying to like get at me. And I just went in on him and crushed him. Facts. And this girl, all these months later, remembered me from there when we went to Media Mondays. Me, Laz, we was out there. She was like, oh, I remember you. You were the Rama from Grindhard TV. I remember you eating that kid and that shit in that Quad Studios. So you never know who's paying attention and remember what you do and shit like that. But y'all know that Street Legend record, Laz freestyled that shit, and it's on one of my lives.
Yeah.
If you go to Grindhard Television, I think it's either on Grindhard Television or Worldorama, the Hoff page on YouTube, I streamed it live.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even got that footage. I still learn from World.
It's out there.
That day, and it's out there. You know what's crazy? When we went to the studio, so my man is looking at me. I got the Don Julio man. He's like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, yo, I just keep recollecting on when I spit that shit there. And I was able to get every like line almost. Like if you listen to his live and probably the song, you'll say maybe like 2 or 3 lines is off, but you'll be like, yo, that was a good fabricated memory that you kept there. You know what I'm saying? To know.
And that's what I want to say about you, Laz. Like, even when we did the Cypher, you know what I mean? Shout out to the Cypher.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, shout out Ja Perez and the whole, you know, our whole movement.
Real Raw Radio.
Real Raw Radio podcast.
You know what I'm saying? We did that Cypher. That shit is at 11,000 views.
Facts.
Shout out to everybody that was on that Cypher. It was crazy. But you freestyled that too.
Yeah.
And it's like, you gotta, on that show, you gotta give them your song or say your bars first, and then they film you with you like lip syncing it over.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to myself, I'm like, Laz, if you freestyled this, how you gonna say it again when they filming it? This nigga did it, but you notice when you look at it, it's some shit you'll see him moving his mouth, but yo, he freestyled that shit right there on the spot.
Yeah, I did.
And then when they went to film it, he was able to say it again.
Yeah,
so
there's like 2-3 words off, but you'll be like,
but this is what I'm saying.
Damn, bro.
That's what, freestyled it. Like, no mistakes, straight through bars.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was a one-take thing. And they had him, I think you did it twice or once?
Twice.
You did it twice.
Twice. Because you wanted a double take.
Yeah, because we all got two angles and shit.
Correct.
Shout out to the girl that edited it up. She did a really good job.
She did a good job, too.
Each person's verse was edited up a different way. It was fire.
Facts.
I mean, Real Raw Radio, shout out to you.
Shout out to Prezi and Johnny Floss and all them that was on there with us. It was dope.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I had what is it, DJ... Damn, I'm forgetting a lot of shit lately. You know what I'm saying? Word.
We got a lot of things in the works, so it happens. It'll come.
DJ 100.
DJ 100.
Shout out DJ 100. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out DJ 100. He was here on the show and shit like that. And I actually want to do a little run. Like, actually, when we start doing, me and Weirdy Wolf, we start doing our thing again, and it start warming up, and we start bringing the truck out, and we start performing out publicly. I'm gonna do something where we do a little run around the city, and we're gonna have all of the cypher guys come out, and we all gonna do our verses on our beats that we did, because I want to, you know what I'm saying, keep that momentum going. That's some New York shit right there. It was a 5-borough cypher, shit fire. And it's still on fire, and everybody that's on there is still active doing their thing.
Yeah, that's a fact. Here, I wanted to kind of shout out and tell people I had a surprise since we coming up on, the Grindhard TV and World of Ramas podcast.
Right.
I feel like we're going to flood the world with a lot of content now. So now you're going to get ready to see, a mixtape project coming out. I'm going to have World on it. There was a beat that I played for World from my man, Legacy and all that.
Played like 4 beats.
And he was like, yo, I need a verse on this. So, I made sure that I'm going to get him on there and put that out there on this project. But this project, I'm calling it the Remix King. Okay. And the reason why I'm calling it the Remix King is because I'm not playing. I know sometimes people just go around and do things. I'm one of those that you'll catch me by myself sometimes in my element, even if I'm smoking or just chilling, relaxing, and I hear the song, and I change the whole song by myself. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And you're like, how did you do that?
Right.
And it's just because of my melody and very rhythmatic. So I was doing it in the car while I was just, shout out to my brother Cose, just in there. They was playing one joint, I'm remixing it. I'm always doing that. So now I decided to change that up and start giving people different genres of Lazaris. So you're gonna see, like, besides my album coming out, The Life of a Dawn Volume 1, you're gonna be seeing Red and Blue Visions. You're gonna be seeing another joint that I got called The Remix King. Besides The Remix King, I got a joint straight for the ladies that I'm coming out with. World to be featured on there too. I call it From My Gift to You. I mean, straight songs for the ladies. So I'm just trying to basically show the world that away from being the business owner and the label owner, that I'm the writer or writers, and that, don't forget, I'm a ghostwriter and I do English and Spanish, and I've probably wrote for some of the people that you're friends with. But we can't self-disclose those things because of certain contracts. But when you look up on the publishing and you look up on the names, I'll show you, and you'll be able to see my work and my ethic and what is it that I actually do. And then I wanted to put it on the show that I don't do music, just to play around. I do this for an actual legacy. I come from an actual musical dynasty and family of people.
Tell them about that, Laz.
Music.
Like, tell them about your family.
I'm Cuban.
Bloodline.
The bloodline. I'm Cuban and Puerto Rican, so all my family from my mother's side is from Cuba and Havana. Literally, we lived across the street from Fidel Castro. My actual, uncle is Arsenio Rodriguez. May he rest in peace. The most famous Cuban singer after Celia Cruz. For those that don't know Celia Cruz, she sung Azúcar. If you look at when she sung Azúcar, the blind man that's playing the drum and playing the banjo, that's my uncle. All right, and the name of his song is called Mi Gente del Bronx, which is my people of the Bronx. He came basically before hip-hop started, migrated from Cuba to the South Bronx in 1957. Before hip-hop way was created, it had Afro-Congo tongue and hip-hop sounds with his own band, and came to the Rumba nightclub, and after he performed in the Rumba nightclub, he became a sensation in New York. And then afterwards, he wound up becoming blind, and people won't believe it because in Cuba, since they were poor, they couldn't afford board games. They couldn't afford things that we would do. So they would punch mules and fight with donkeys. And what happened was he punched a donkey with my grandfather. May he rest in peace. My grandfather's name was Quique Rodriguez, for those that don't know in English, all right? And what happened was my uncle Arsenio, he punched a goat, and the goat wound up kicking him in the middle of his forehead and made him blind. And if you don't know, I have his last book that he wrote, and we also did a movie with Matt Dillon before they could actually rename the street after him, and found out I'm his last living descendant through DNA. because I had to prove to them that I was literally his family member and that I was my mom's son and that I was the last descendant of them, because I still have unreleased music from them and all the accolades that he left in his will to me, even the proclamation, even the street named after him. Shout out to Carmen Del Royo and all the people that were there when it came to him.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. So did you find that out through like 23andMe or the DNA search or something like that?
No, I found out through a man named Ralph Mora. Ralph Mora, at the end of the day, was working with my mom and had looked up my mom when he was doing the research on my uncle, because at the time when my uncle had passed, they didn't have a gravestone plot for him. And because he's an iconic legend, they wanted to make sure they had that gravestone plot for him. He even went through the news. They did everything that happened, made the street and closed the section. They interviewed my mom. May she rest in peace. She was alive at the time. I still have all the pictures and everything. And we brought my other family members from Cuba to verify that we were the actual family members. And Matt Dillon got a part of it. And then we became and made a self-documentary movie when my uncle's book came out.
That's lit right there. Yo, hand clap for that shit.
Thanks,
right
bro.
there. That shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of people don't know, like, when you have a bloodline of musical genius, then, you know what I mean, a lot of people don't understand that shit passes down.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's how I can understand why you're so adamant about making sure that things is handled, all your dots is your I's is dotted, your T's is crossed, and the fact that you have this wonderful capability to freestyle off the top of your head and make a whole song out of it where there's nothing flawed in it. Like, you making sense, it is coinciding with what you're saying, your melodies, your cadence is all like natural off the top of your head.
Well,
you know
I appreciate that. You know, a way people don't know, but I practice something, and what I practice is subject orientation. And the reason why I practice subject orientation, shout out to my brother Cover, you know, COD. Shout out to my brother Admonish Music. You know, these producers, when I sit with them, you know, I go into a parallel universe where the things that I can't speak about regularly as Lazaris, I make sure I jot them like a journalist down as an artist, so people can be like, yo, I never know he thought like that or ever felt like that. Because what happens is we're in a world where people forget that the creators have feelings too. And most of the time we're not worried about the creators' feelings, we're just worried about what they can create for us. And I've learned, just like a painter with a paintbrush, gently as you stroke, pause, no Diddy for you guys that think out there. You gotta
gently
know,
when you stroke.
you know, you got to be able to know, you know, just like when you touch a female, you know, that you don't get a do-over. You understand?
Right.
They never said that. You got to look at all the hip-hop legends. They never said when you put out the single, yo, bro, if it was whack, you get a do-over. That doesn't happen.
Right.
You make other songs, other things come, but you don't get a do-over. So I started saying to myself, hold on. If I listen to people like Jadakiss, if I listen to people like Biggie, Nas, all the GOATs, Rakim, KRS-One, Coke La Rock, people like World Dorama, right? That opportunity only comes that one time. So I started saying to myself, I can't ever have a whack verse. So everybody's known to have written verses that's fire, but not a lot of people have fire verses off the dome.
Right.
It's gonna be hard. They're gonna be like, nah, bro, you kind of caught me flaky. I'm not trying to be funny with you. Like, I might be high or maybe something else going on, because the mind, I've learned, can project and make physical and non-physical things appear. It just so happens to me that I'm the opposite. When people get drunk, I get better with music. When I get high, I get better with music. And this is not just playing, this is a proven fact. I will show you a freestyle when I'm sober, then show you a freestyle after when I'm twisted, and you will think that I sat here and wrote 32 chambers, and I did not do that. Right. It's because the mind becomes more free. And I've learned something. I learned it from my brother Cose, so shout out to him, because he sends me exercises that people don't realize, even through a text message, about the mind, enhancing the brain, being able to make sure that your functionality and that you can use the 33% that you're not using. Right. So a part of that, right, is being able to create a frequency. So I've learned that I can do it when I'm sober, right? But what happens is I'm not thinking like that, because my mind is still thinking closed. And what happens is whenever I'm intoxicating myself and I'm not getting so intoxicated, it removes that thought of limitation that I think is there that's not really there.
I kind of feel like that too, because now that I don't drink anymore,
get it?
And we be like at sessions and we be freestyling and shit, I noticed that it's being the fact that I'm sober, I get to concentrate more, but I don't have that freeness of my you know what I mean? It's something when you a little saucy that your freestyle off the top of the dome comes out differently, as opposed when you conscious and you aware of what you're thinking. Now you conscious of thinking what you gotta say and what you gotta say to rhyme next and this and that. But when you saucy, you just let that shit flow.
Yeah. It's
just
called
flows.
the bass form. For the rappers that don't know, that's called the bass form. And what happens is you transform when you start becoming the cadence of becoming a hotter rapper. But what happens is I've practiced to be the hotter rapper in my bass form. So when I transform, it's at a different, more aggressive level. So now they'll start to hear more aggression. Yo, Laz, I never heard you that aggressive. And that's because I'm practicing every day.
Right.
Straight facts. No matter how old I get, no matter how nice I think I am, I still practice every single day.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? So, yo, Laz, I just want to say, yo, you definitely got it when it comes to niggas freestyling off the top of the dome. I know sometimes we be at certain sessions and people be thinking you probably spitting writtens and shit. They don't realize.
Oh, of course. That. You know, they're not gonna think at the end of the day that. But this is that time we on the Grindhard where I want shit to get, you know, real deep, pause, no diddy. You know, I want them questions to be asked, and whatever air out that niggas be wanting to ask me, I want to air out today, because I be getting a lot of questions, and I just feel like even if people on the gram want to come up and ask or whatever, you know what I mean, I got some stuff.
I got some questions. I just wanted to get down to the, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just putting it out there so that way they know we here.
So look, first of all, what I want to say is, you just signed the artist.
Yes, I just signed the artist.
All right.
Shout out, I just signed Miss Seattle, you know what I mean? Make it rattle all the way from Mobile, excuse me. That's it, right? Mobile, Alabama. Mobile, Alabama. All right. And the reason why is because I feel that she is the next generation coming up for the females. I also represent, you know, my sister Lonnie Lyric. Shout out to her and GMG Records. I'm the PR for her.
But hold up, you're moving a little bit too fast now.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
so
sorry.
We not finished with your new artist.
Oh, if my new artist, no, we're not
your
finished.
Your first lady of Empire.
First lady of Thetopdon Empire. Yes, and she has a project that'll be coming out. We will be pushing all her singles in full marketing from here all the way to Canada and all the way down from Canada past the Netherlands. And the reason why is because of the style of music. And I try to explain to people, yes, it will hit the New York market. But if you listen to the cadence of the music that she's giving you, it is for that stream. And you have to know where to target first, so that way the reports can come the right way for the music.
Facts. Because she definitely got that down south flow.
Yes.
She definitely is. She reminds me of what the girl name? It was either
Trina.
Nah, it's a little bit of Trina, but she reminds me of, what's the girl that was signed to Ludacris? Shauna. That's what she reminds me of. She reminds me of a Shauna, but a little bit more raunchy. She's a little bit more raunchy than Shauna.
I'm gonna be real. I kind of like what we did, you know. We basically came out and showed people that she's really a lyrical monster.
Right.
Because a lot of people thought that it was just schematics and tricks and her just saying sexual things. And I'm telling them, nah, you got to hear the real drive as an artist and see she really be stepping on things.
Yeah, because y'all play some new stuff for me in the car. And it's like she really spitting hard. She's not rapping about just, you know, I'm twerking and fucking and all that other shit.
Correct, you know correct. And that's what happens, you know. Sometimes it depends, like I tell you, that frequency. And when you jump in the studio with a bull or you jump in with someone else and that cadence just comes to you. Right. So now it comes naturally. So that's what wound up happening, you know? And I was amazed to be able to sit and feed chemistry with her. And we got 2 singles coming. One of them is mine and one of them is hers. One is called She Like Me and the other one is called This Ain't That. That'll be dropping, of course, on TDE Records, full-fledged.
Well, Math actually just asked me earlier. He said he's seen us at karaoke the other day and shit.
Oh yeah.
I seen you in Miss Seattle. I was like, no, it was Miss Seattle and me and my wife.
Yeah.
We were double dating.
Yeah, facts.
So you care to elaborate on that?
Yes, we was having a double date, going out there to the karaoke night, make sure that we have some good times, because sometimes we don't get the vibe and we don't get to you know, do things away from being the artist, you know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta enjoy regular life, you know what I mean? And that's what we were out doing, enjoying ourselves, having some good drinks, toast to our celebration, toast to our success, and toast to our Evenders, and toast to having a new year and still being here. Facts.
Yo, you know what? I'm almost forgetting that this is still January.
Yeah.
We so fucking active out here, son. I don't get it. Like, I do get it, because this is the whole plan to grind hard fucking till we all the way to the top. But yo, it's only January, son. We got so much shit accomplished and we got so much more to go. You know what I mean? He just said that. He just got all of these projects coming out. Yeah. He just signed his artist. He's working on her stuff. It's a whole bunch of things going on. You just was at something today. You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I was at something today. You know, shout out to the whole Bronx and, of course, to the whole Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade and all my other Puerto Rican family. You know, I was there today. I made in Puerto Rico. Want to shout out to Al Pizarro, Hip Hop Boulevard, of course, Diane. My brother Cose TDS, you know, we went there to go meet with Maribel and the whole team, you know, basically from the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, so that way I could go out there and represent as a king and represent my country and represent for Catano. For all those that's voted for me, I appreciate for y'all. And then, of course, I will be hitting the stage as an artist. We have one of the most monumental songs featuring me and Soundboy Cartagena. It's called Somos Latino, which is basically uniting all the Latin people, which was a creative project brought between me, Cover, and Al Pizarro, and, of course, Universal Queen Nena. We brought it together to be able to bring back compassion for the Latins in New York and around the world.
Right. So I want to ask you this now, since you just said all of that.
Yeah.
What is your take on people saying that Latins wasn't in the beginning of hip hop? How you feel about that?
It's an incorrect statement. What happens is people have to realize. So a lot of people, when they hear about Latins and when we're talking about Puerto Ricans, before we even get into those kind of conversations, most of these people are not even educated on where they're from and what's the ethnic background. Like, what is a Puerto Rican? Right. So I laugh because I put it up on my actual Facebook so people could see that we are part European. You understand what I'm saying? And part Taino. All right. And a lot of people that don't realize that Puerto Rican is a part of black. All right, and we have to start educating ourselves and realizing what really happened. So you have to realize that we've been around from the culture from the whole time, and the art form has came from both because we are already from that descent. So we're creating something that's fictional, and the reason that happened is because people beg to differ on how the start and creative it actually happened. But if you look, my story will overtell all of them, and I'll tell you that now because my uncle was black. Blacker than the streets, and spoke English purely and fluent Spanish, Cuban fluent Spanish, and he did hip hop and rapped in tongue and sang in tongue before hip hop was ever created. So my story alone would just break everything that they ever brought, because the first thing I would say is my uncle got here before you guys. So then I would have if you understand me, the limitless argument with them where I'm like, well, whatever you guys are talking about is superseded. Because disco and all the rest of them, and shout out to my brother Coke LaRock, and shout out to DJ Cool Herco and my brothers and Lucky Bling and all them who know where it started. Coke LaRock's been rhyming since 1968. All right, when did hip hop start? Didn't we say 73?
I ain't gonna front. It's a video out there done by one of my OGs, and it says that hip hop started it was maybe 5 years before 73. Because when you think about it, just think about it like this. The elements of hip hop, right? Now it's a lot. It's fashion, it's everything. But the elements of hip hop is b-boying, DJing, breakdancing, and graffiti. Now, when I was young, I remember all of the trains in graffiti already being out there. Facts. And a lot of the graffiti artists were Spanish niggas. I remember that. I'm from that era.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm an OG nigga.
Facts.
So I remember when I was a little kid riding the trains, and the trains were graffitied the fuck up in the 80s and the 70s. I remember that shit. Being on the train and seeing this shit. You heard? And I remember a lot of graffiti artists was dudes, Spanish motherfuckers, graffitiing, like even when the movie Beat Street.
It's like the legend that we got in the building, my brother Cose.
Exactly.
Let's get it.
Know what I'm saying? And I want to talk to him about that when I get him in here over here, I want to talk to him about all that shit too.
Let's get
because,
it.
You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the days when I seen a lot of motherfuckers breakdancing and b-boying. There was, even when you had old pictures and shit from back in the days, it was always Spanish dudes that was there rocking the fucking Pumas with the fat laces and the fucking Adidas suits. Or the Sergio Tashinis and with the Kango, the furry Kangos, the gazelles and shit like that. Like, I remember that shit. So I'm not with that where they say, oh, Spanish motherfuckers came in later. I don't believe that, because I remember seeing a lot of Spanish dudes doing breakdancing and graffiti and all of that. And again, like I said, graffiti been out before hip hop started because...
Correct. I'm just saying, if they was to ask for written and proven document alone, my uncle would show he was here before a lot. And that's why I don't ever get involved in that conversation, because it's a detrimental conversation. It's meant to actually break apart the unity that we have, and that's why I don't like it. Yeah,
I kind of get what you're saying. It kind of makes people feel like that they need to be like, oh, nah, you wasn't down for the beginning, because it was a big thing online about Fat Joe and
shout out to my brother Fat Joe. I ain't got nothing against what he said, and shout out to Lord Jamal. I understand his point of view too.
Yeah,
but I'll make you laugh at this. I'll give y'all awesome history. Check this out, right? And this is gonna mess y'all head up. My brother is Al Pizarro, right? For the guys that don't know who Al Pizarro is, right? He started Shore Record Pool. For the OGs that was here, if you know, before record labels existed, you had Shore Record Pool that was putting out the music, right? Away from that, he was one of the actual CEOs at Death Row Records. Before that, right, he worked hand in hand with who? Original DJ Jazzy J. If you guys know anything about hip hop here, who was the first person to ever spin Brand Nubian's first record? Jazzy J. What record pool was it that they played that music on? Shore Record Pool. The owner was Al Pizarro, who was a Hispanic man. I'll leave the rest of the case from there.
Yeah, there you go.
So let's dead that black and Spanish thing, and you know who started this and that. That shit is whack.
Yeah.
And it's not for hip hop, and I think it's detrimental towards our youth and the people that look at this and realize that this is a creative outlet and beautiful art form that we created until we mastered it and made it become a business, and then it became publicized.
Right. Shout out to Russell Simmons though, because he definitely showed motherfuckers how to go out here and make some money off this shit.
Shout out to him.
You know what I'm saying?
You know he did.
Where's Russell at right now anyway? What country he in?
I'm gonna make you laugh. You look on his Instagram page, he's somewhere right now doing yoga. Shout out to
in
Russell.
Bali
and doing his own thing.
Somewhere in Bali or something like that.
God bless him, yeah, but now he's almost like a whole master. I seen him giving out a whole instructional video.
He's the smartest nigga out of all of them, because as soon as a lot of these industry motherfuckers started getting taken down, you know what I'm saying? He said he resigned from everything and packed the fuck up.
I'll say it now in the episode. I never be one to go to no major, but if he used to come to me and say something, I'd definitely fuck with Russell. Pause, no Diddy. I like his brain
Russell's
and strategy.
Retired.
Yeah, I know. But if he was to come back, that's one of them guys that I wouldn't trust. That they just don't realize. Even though I have my own independent imprint, if he had a game plan, it's kind of like Larry Bird or Jordan come to me. I'd be like, yo, you know what? Let's get with it. I know I'm an all-star, but I wouldn't mind to sit on the bench.
I'm saying a motherfucker would be stupid to not like get no guidance from Russell. Like, his connections and his know-how is fucking phenomenal.
Don't get messed up. And he's good with the women. Remember, he helped set Kamora Lee up in Baby Fat. Like, please don't forget that. A lot of people be forgetting all that.
Of course. I didn't forget that.
No, you didn't. I'm just saying for the people out there, a lot of them they be forgetting that, and I'm like, y'all remember he's a master on all levels.
That's a fact. He grabbed him that young little model chick and breeded her and gave her own clothing line, and that shit went viral.
Come on, he did what real guys are supposed to do. He empowered his lady.
So what you think about? That's what you about to do, because you know what I'm saying.
Fact, same thing. Yep, that's the same thing I'm about to do.
Your artist in Seattle, she's the first lady at Thetopdon Enterprise,
and that's what I plan to do.
Also your lady,
yes, and also plan to put everything all behind her. You understand what I'm saying? Everything will be all behind her, and I just feel like no matter what, at the end of the day, let's make this shit happen.
Exactly. You ain't signing nobody to not make them blow up.
You feel me? No, but I say this. I see sometimes a lot of artists get signed, and there's a spark within a 3-month effect, but the push stops after the 5th or 6th month. Me, I won't be like that. You'll see on the 5th and Rev Gear, I'll be the one telling yo, listen, we got to hit this stage no matter what. Why? Because you're only as good as your last hit.
Yeah, but you so on fire yourself. All you have to do is include her in everything that you got going on, plus more in her genres of music, and she'll go far.
Of course.
That some of these artists out here, all they really need is somebody to believe in them and push them, and have that know-how to send them in the right direction and know how to collect their money, and they'll do fine. Because this is, like I said, this is an independent era, so you can make your money off of it. You just got to know what to do, or have somebody that with the know-how.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If a person is not really focused to go out there and do their research online, because you can find everything on your own, but you are a person that has connections, knows the know-how and where to go to get it done, what to affiliate your music with to collect your royalties, and then go out there and do a lot of venues to now build up the royalties to be recoupable.
Correct.
So you know what I'm saying? She'll be fine, man.
And I want y'all to know, you see how you said that? I want y'all to know that we are not gatekeepers. Those services are available. You're able to hit me up on DM to find them.
It's a fact. Remind you, it is levels to this shit.
Yes.
But we ain't out here gatekeeping nothing, man.
Nothing.
Book your session, get on our podcast. I'll plug you in with Math. I'll plug you in with Lazaris Thetopdon, and you could get those services as well.
All
you
day.
know what I'm saying? Y'all see us out here moving and shaking. Matter of fact, tomorrow I'm gonna be on Media Mondays.
Let's go.
Out there again, like I said. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna be out there Media Mondays. Shout out to Dom DeMarco. That's gonna be the special guest. Shout out DJ Epidemic. Yes. Shout out Kevo. Shout out Rach over there. You know what I'm saying? At the Bowery 50.
I love that whole platform.
You know what I'm saying? Man. Also Thursday I'll be performing with CB. Ralphie CB.
Okay, shout out to my brother Ralphie CB.
And
Lyrical Surgery.
Lyrical Thursdays.
Lyrical Surgery, yeah. Shout out to DJ Dr. Hollywood.
Dr. Hollywood, I already know. A fact. You already know. So I'll be there Thursday as well.
Y'all see that, right? How in tune we in? Like he ain't even have to name it. We know the person because we already outside for real.
Exactly. So we'll be in there. The squad will be in there going crazy. So come check us Monday and Thursday and whatever else we got going on.
Facts. And I want to give a couple of shout outs, I want to shout out, of course, to Sue and Demi G. You know what I mean?
Shout out to you.
Yeah, I want to give out Sue Demi G. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out to Demi God.
Sue, what's up?
Doing her thing. I want to shout out Miss Seattle. I want to shout out Miss Nisi yesterday, who killed it yesterday performing. Right. I just feel like these ladies have a spark. I want to shout out to my business partner, It's LA. I just feel that these ladies are bringing, what real goddesses are supposed to bring to the music industry for full services and real loyalty and just a real dedicated team of people behind them. Want to shout out my sister Lonnie Lyric, one of the hardest.
Facts. And congratulations on her
daughter, my niece, the chosen one. Just want to shout out her dedication and craft to just being.
Speaking of Lonnie Lyric and the chosen one, we just did the Bar Lords.
Yes, we did.
Much respect to Shampoo. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you and everything that you're doing for the culture. YNVS DJs. Shout out my guy DJ Shuttle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Me, you, and Renoir Dollars was up there.
Yeah, shout out Renoir Dollars. There you go. I was trying to get the name out. Shout out my brother Renoir Dollars.
Yeah, he got the 10 for 10 joint out right now, and he got the Collabo King project coming. Well, I'm on him. We re-releasing Shake Fest that I put out back in the days with Grimy Ty from Money and Violence. But me and Renoir, he was on that version before. We're gonna re-release that version with me and him on his Collabo King project. So shout out Renoir Dollars, CTM. You already know what it is. Like I said, we was at the Bar Lords show, and when we was coming up the elevator, we saw Reggie Lanes.
Oh, shout out to Reggie Lanes.
Who's actually the father of Lonnie Lyric's daughter, allegedly.
Correct.
The chosen one. So when I saw him, I said, yo, congratulations on your daughter, whatever. And he was like, yo, thank you. You know what I mean? I was like, she's a little cutie and everything like that. So, I know we don't really rock like that no more, but you know what I mean? You got a little daughter. So I could salute you and say congratulations on your daughter.
Congratulations. You know me at the end of the day. All the daughters.
When you gonna have some kids, Laz? Cause
I don't know yet. I'll be honest right now. With everything that's coming out, with all the music and being full fledged and running it, I'll be honest. Maybe when I have somebody else that can wear the business hat like I can feel a little bit more relaxed. Right now, I kind of feel like Batman. When he's struggling to be Batman and Bruce Wayne. You feel me? So I'm dealing with both. Legend. And then it's not that. I'll be real. I'm real big on family orientation. So nowadays we have to be careful. Remember, away from doing music, that I work for the hospital and I teach youth, and I guide kids out of guns and violence in the street and gang membership and all kinds of stuff.
Guns Down Life Up?
Yeah, Guns Down Life Up. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. Shout out to my whole squad, Jimbo, Gilly, Mata, everybody out there, and my whole crew, man. Real, just Ice, everybody that's on there.
Basically, your artist is your first lady is your lady. So you got it. Since you now promoting her, you would have to hold off on children for a while.
Correct. Even with that, not even only just thinking about that, but just overall, sometimes you want to give a person that comfortability and space to be able to blossom because they're in a better situation. Right. So that's kind of like where I'm at with it right now.
Yeah, that's good, man. You gotta have your priorities in order. You know what I'm saying? And I applaud you for that because you definitely doing your thing, my guy.
Thank you, my guy.
So I'm happy that we working together and getting a lot of shit done.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. They're going to wind up seeing the project just from me and World. I just haven't came out to do that because I feel like we should just tease y'all on everything else and then y'all going to have to pay for it.
We got so much shit going on right now that it's so much more to come because once we really take over the game, then we're just going to be collaboing and doing a whole bunch of shit. But right now, we all climbing at that, you know what I'm saying, to get to where we got to go together and boomerang and everything back. So, yeah, y'all definitely see us Monday at Media Mondays and Thursdays at...
Say it again.
Thursday.
The Thursday joint.
With Dr. Hollywood.
Oh, with Dr. Hollywood, lyrical surgery on Thursday at Now and Then and all that. Shout out to him and DJ Ralphie CBS.
Yeah. I'm about to drop the flyer for that too as well.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna pop up. And don't be surprised, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know now. Don't be surprised if you start seeing these S.STREET media joints and you start seeing World joints and nigga not on the bill and he just pop up. I'm telling you right now.
Matter of fact, it's a joint coming up
right now. I'm telling y'all.
It's an event coming up right? Freshman class coming up, right?
Yeah.
First Wednesday of February 5th.
Yeah, February 5th.
Yo, and I just want to say, shout out February. Yo, listen, I know we in January because I'm a GOAT and all that, but shout out February. Y'all been getting a lot of DMs with February 1st birthday. Shout out my brother Boo Black. Shout out Donna the Phoenix. There's mad people I see getting it on like right now promoting for February, and they're not trying to hear no. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I'm just saying to myself, and this is another reason why I tell world, you never know when that calendar's gonna get filled. The one thing I want to say this year for 2025, people be budget ready. Be budget ready. I don't care when it comes, even if you ask me for world or the show or the services or yo, I know math, I don't care. You hit me up. You understand? So if you hit me up, I need you to realize if we were white folks, there's something called the finder's fee. There's a lot of things that they won't get transdutional or get upset. I noticed that us as Latin and African American people, we get upset when you're like, well, I'm going to provide that, but it costs this. How? When you go to your bank, when you switch money from one account to another, there's a fee. There's everything that goes on everywhere. So this is why I'm laughing, because bless you. And look, it was so real. He sneezed on the competition because y'all don't even realize it's like this. If no services were ever provided, right, and you didn't have a cost marketing dollar, where would your music go? How could I get it across anywhere to anybody if I never got a service or I never paid anything? That means it would just stay on my shelf. And how would anybody buy it? So this is where I look at when it comes to it. But then you'll get mad at somebody like World, right? And this is why I laugh. He comes to your venue and makes a whole YouTube. And listen, I say a whole YouTube episode and goes on Rough Rider Radio. I remember when you was in the basement of your mom's house and you couldn't even watch your MTV raps. You understand? So how you not going to want to pay a person that can come and put me on the outlet? Then I start thinking about you want them to bring 20 or 30 people. So I'm putting it out there. Promoters, stop being lazy. Stop being janky promoters. Stop asking people at the end of the day to do the job for you. And make sure you properly promote your event. It takes 34 to 35 days to promote an event in New York, not 1 week.
Facts. That's a big old fact. And when I come to your events, and I said this before, when I go live, my live is really live. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. It's really people paying attention from all over the world, as you can see from my live that's on right now. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, y'all a little bougie on Instagram, but YouTube, thumbs up. Y'all go crazy.
Love YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's on my YouTube right now watching. I'm pointing at y'all right now. So yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Every time I go live, it's anywhere between 300 and 2,000 people tuning in that day. That day while it's happening, those people are tuning in and out. So if I come to your event and you telling me, oh, yo, I got to pay you this, pay you that, you know what? Sometimes I even still pay. I know. Like I went to an event before. One time I went to the Rabbit Hole the other day. It was a Hit the Beat event.
Shout out Hit the Beat.
And he's supposed to have been up here. You know what I'm saying? So I go there and he's like, oh, yo, it's 40 or 60 to get in, but you my man. So I give you a discount, $20. I went in instantly, here's 20. And I went in there and still filmed the whole event and made a whole episode out of it. Because I know how to support too as well.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I just want people, when I get in there, respect who I am in the building.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with supporting your door or whatever the case may be, and all of that.
Oh, and I gotta shout it out. You know what I mean? On the 24th, we so Bronx. Shout out Nana Valley. We got the whole Bronx coming out in the world in the building. You know, World's gonna be there with me. I ain't gonna lie to you. You haven't been tuned in. The last one that she had at Gems Ball, we shut that down. Shout out to Big Yellow, Connie Diamond.
Oh yeah, that shit was
shut
lit.
that down.
Matter of fact, it's an episode out right now. Go to Worldarama the Hoff on YouTube, and you can see what was the flyer for that. What was that one called?
It was the Who's Valid flyer.
Matter of fact, the Who's Valid flyer is up there, and I think those views is crazy on that too.
I just want to say, and I'm just bringing it back to show y'all that this is how many events that we go to and still should love, support, and kill. And I'm not just saying it because of me. I mean, kill the event.
Yeah.
Kill it. And I want y'all to know something else. For y'all promoters, y'all people that want to book me, I'm going to perform at your event like there was 1 million people there, even if it was 2. Especially if I'm paid. That's going to make me want to work even double harder.
Right.
You understand? And people don't realize that you're fighting to be able to make your money and don't realize that this is a business.
Facts.
Okay? Let me handle my business. Damn.
But some people's doing it as a hobby.
Correct.
I say that
That's
too,
fine.
so.
And if they do it as a hobby, I respect that. But I'm not doing it as a hobby. Right. So because I'm not doing it as a hobby, I need you to respect that I have that LLC since 2005.
Right.
And the same thing I tell everybody, because I support everybody else's business. Now, if you do it as a hobby, I love you. I'll even put you on the radio for free. And I said it while I'm up here. If you do it for a hobby, I'll put your song on the radio for free. I'll give you a free interview. I'll do that because I know you're not willing to gain financially. But let's be honest, in this day and age and world, you have hustlers. You have people that weren't even musically inclined trying to make finance from this game. So why? It makes me stop and think, why don't you want to make finance? Are you already financially set? Are you in another game? Is there something else for a reason that you don't want to make it? Right. These are questions that lead to answers.
You already know what it is. Yo, y'all heard it directly from Lazaris to Thetopdon that if you're just doing this for a hobby, he will definitely make sure that you get on his radio show for free. Now tell him all of the different stations and stuff like that you
of course, great. So I'm glad you said that. So I start off first on the West Coast. You know, my show comes on Fridays from 11 o'clock at night to 1 o'clock in the morning. We're already a 2-hour show. We're about to be expanding to a 3-hour show, possibly to 2 in the morning. Right. I'm working on that now. We start off on 98.2 LA The Beat, all the way in Compton, California. And then once we go from
Compton, California.
California. Then afterwards, we go to Las Vegas, New Jackpot Radio in the central heart of Las Vegas. Right. And then after that, we do Power 104.9 Long Island. Shout out to DJ Energetic, where we power that there. And then also we do 98.4, which is Hardcore Radio, which is Buffalo, New York. We also do 88.8 The Quake, which is the Bay Area. And then we also do 105.1.2 Star in Houston, Texas.
Look at that shit, man. Hand clap for that shit, man. Word up. You know what I'm saying?
And that's on Thetopdon Radio. Want to shout out, my co-host, Everybody Loves Breezy. If you don't see her on my show, catch her at Diamonds in the strip clubs. I mean, we taking over all parts.
Word. So look, we gonna take a little musical break, go into a couple of records. We coming back with Lazaris to Thetopdon, and I want to get Cose over here too. I want to talk some of this graffiti hip hop culture from a living legendary graffiti artist in the fucking building. You already know what it is. It's your boy World Around, Grindhard TV podcast. We gonna be back with more with Lazaris to Thetopdon and Cose. Grindhard. Grindhard.
Swear to God, I'm in love with hip-hop. It's glamorous life. It's the glamorous life. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. They can't handle what I say. They can't handle my sight. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. It's the glamorous life. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. They can't handle what I say. They can't handle my sight. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. I bet you shorty really can't handle the pipe. She got me thinking, damn about Los Angeles nights. They loving my style. Yeah, cause my swagger is right. I've been that cat that all these rappers be like. He's a breath of fresh air, something actors will like. When I G-Mac, I mean, yeah, I'm actually polite. With the ladies, I'm Swayze and crazy. That's why every one of my rhymes, man, is actually tight. I'm FedEx, the way I ship the package at night. I'm back in the mix, just to come manage the site. I'm from the South Bronx, where you can't imagine what's like. The damage was like, either you ran or scammed, or guess what? I can re-handle your life. I'm just trying to live, so I gotta make sure my stamina right. I'm illmatic, damn, just hand me the mic. It's the glamorous life. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. They can't handle what I say. They can't handle my sight. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. It's the glamorous life. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. They can't handle what I say. They can't handle my sight. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. Yo, God, yeah, my clan is the I'm back for the glamours and glitz. We all about expanding our chips. I know you mad at you sick. How you see me in the van with your chick. You probably thought it was a scam, so you flip. But me, I'm a busy man with a plan to get rich. I'm from the Bronx, and yes, I am a fan of the Knicks. This block got a twist. From the block to the club, we popping bottles of Chris. Everyone show love, acknowledge the kid. Every verse comes from my soul and out of my ribs. Say I was gone, but I came back in a flash. Just to secure my business, I used to have to keep, the Mac in the stash, Find another MC who rapping is bad, cause I manufacture it fast. From the booth to the back of the ass. It's the glamorous life. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. They can't handle what I say. They can't handle my sight. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. It's the glamorous life. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. They can't handle what I say. They can't handle my sight. I'm in love with hip-hop. It's the glamorous life. Yeah, man. It's all them real hip-hop heads out there. You heard 50 years. We still shedding it out here. We still living by the culture, you heard? Bronx started it. We created it. We keep making it. We gon' forever keep taking it, you heard? I'm in love with hip-hop. It's glamorous.
Grindhard. Grindhard. As the world turns, you learn, nigga, everything burns. You can fun, you little worms. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
I don't understand. Clean or dirty?
Yeah. Come on. I really tried to front, but now I'm back at it. I do just what I want because I make classics. When down you be a clown, you get your damn ass kicked. My words is too superb, I got this game mastered. What the fuck that rappers thinking, trying to stop my progression? I like the food stuff in the booth and then I blow up the session. These bars is hard, that's where the guts sit down and pray for the blessing. Soon as I preach, it's like I teach, that's why you learning the lesson. Soon as I burst, I come in first and ain't no guessing I'm second. I'm wrecking everything I touch, I grip the mic, the tightest clutch. My flow is dope, it's just too much, I rappers just be such and such. Mediocre, okay, can't fuck with me, don't play. You competition away, call me Buffy, I slay. Can't recipes, this beat got the best in me. This track is C-O-D-D-M-X, it's the recipe, I guess it's me to pay. Homage, all these lights, on it, ask me why I'm so fucking on time. They really tried to front, but now I'm back at it. I do just what I want because I make classics. When down you be a clown, you get your damn ass kicked. My words is too superb, I got this game mastered. I fuck the guts and bustin' nuts, y'all bitches coming for second. I grab the mic and I get hype, I only know how to wreck it. That's my word, you catch a bird, y'all beat me out and peck it. Don't play yourself, it's not for help, it be your face, I'll be decking. I'll black your eye, you stuff the crackers, I can pop any second. Don't take my kindness for weakness, feel the strength for my presence. My energy is too heavy to me, y'all weakless and peasant. But I'm the king, I do my thing, so kiss the ring when I step it. Don't ever disrespect or just accept my back out a weapon. Yeah, you was talking tough, I called your bluff, you crying and begging. You lying and telling, go get yourself dying and yelling. To the Lord screaming, please God stop my body from swelling. I really tried to front, but now I'm back at it. I do just what I want because I make classics. When down you be a clown, you get your damn ass kicked. My words is too superb, I got this game mastered.
I don't know, man. Every time I come around, you always acting crazy, man. For what? Yo, I'm just here to get moo. You be bugging. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you be always acting funny. Every time I come around, you be acting funny to me. To me. Yeah. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you be always acting funny. Every time I come around, you be acting funny to me. To me. Yeah. Every time I come around and pick up hole 3, you be looking at me like I'm crazy. Talking wild shit, trying to disrespect me. I'm just trying to be a father, pick up my son and leave. Let's go. Yeah. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you be always acting funny. Every time I come around, you be acting funny to me. To me. Yeah. What you mean I'm an idiot? Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you be always acting funny. Every time I come around, you be acting funny to me. To me. Yeah. You always got some slick shit to say. You just wanna cause a scene and call me out my name. Make me wish I never stopped your ass on a train. So I found another word to my mother. Plus my sister used to tell me, well, you shouldn't fuck her. But I didn't listen, wish I would've listened. This beef different when it involved children's. Now you in your feelings, cause you I'm not feeling. Child support, family court, now you always bitchin' win. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you be always acting funny. Every time I come around, you be acting funny to me. Yeah. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you wanna be acting funny. Every time I come around, you be always acting funny. Every time I come around, you be acting funny to me. To me. All that shit you talking, miss me with that. just come and pick up my little man without you acting crazy or talking stupid to me. I'ma just fall back, do what I gotta do as a father. Me and you, we no more. It is what it is. I love you, son.
I don't understand. Clean or dirty?
Ooh, yeah. COD. All I do is try to shine, but this industry be hating on me. Never been fake, but y'all really be too fake and phony. All I want is cake, but y'all people be full of baloney. Now I'm living great, and y'all doing bad, got nothing. All I do is try to shine, but this industry be hating on me. Never been fake, but y'all really be too fake and phony. All I want is cake, but y'all people be full of baloney. Now I'm living great, and y'all doing bad, got nothing on me. Nothing on me. Still I'm destined to win. Oh yeah. Ooh, you can't stop my shine. I'm about to bag, it's my time. Yeah. Ooh, hate on me. Hate on me. Hate on. All I do is try to shine, but this industry be hating on me. Never been fake, but y'all really be too fake and phony. All I want is cake, but y'all people be full of baloney. Now I'm living great, and y'all doing bad, got nothing. All I do is try to shine, but this industry be hating on me. Never been fake, but y'all really be too fake and phony. All I want is cake, but y'all people be full of baloney. Now I'm living great, and y'all doing bad, got nothing on me. Nothing on me.
I don't know why. That's because they don't know. They don't know a thing. A long time wanna do this. Put my heart and my soul into the fullest. Must reach the top of me, I bring all of the bullets. Boy, try this, get pop, get bullet.
If I pull it, then you done. Why you hating, are you dumb? Got the nerve to say I'm trash, plus you ass, plus you buns. If I want, I make you run, and I do that shit for fun. When you see me, always greet me with respect, I'm the one. All I do is try to shine, but this industry be hating on me. Never been fake, but y'all really be too fake and phony. All I want is cake, but y'all people be full of baloney. Now I'm living great, and y'all doing bad, got nothing. All I do is try to shine, but this industry be hating on me. Never been fake, but y'all really be too fake and phony. All I want is cake, but y'all people be full of baloney. Now I'm living great, and y'all doing bad, got nothing on me. Nothing on me. You can hate on me, on me.
I don't understand. Clean or dirty?
Come on. I really try to front, but now I'm back at it. I do just what I want because I make classics. Run down, you be a clown, you get your damn ass kicked. My words are too superb, I got this game mastered. What the fuck y'all rappers thinking, trying to stop my progression? I like the few step in the booth and then I blow up the session. These bars is hard, that's where the God sit down and pray for the blessing. Soon as I preach, it's like I teach, that's why you learning a lesson. Soon as I verse, I come in first and ain't no guessing, I'm second. I'm wrecking everything I touch, I grip the mic the tightest clutch. My flow is dope, it's just too much, y'all rappers just be such and such. Mediocre, okay, can't fuck with me, don't play. You competition away, call me Buffy, I slay. K, rest in peace, this beat got the best of me. This track is COD, DMX is the recipe. I guess it's me to pay homage on this mic. I vomit, ask me why I'm so fucking on time. That niggas try to front, but now I'm back at it. I do just what I want because I make classics. When down you be a clown, you get your damn ass kicked. My words is too superb, I got this game mastered. I fuck the guts and bustin' nuts, y'all bitches coming for seconds. I grab the mic, then I get hype, I only know how to wreck it. That's my word, you cats and birds, y'all beat me out in the packet. Don't play yourself, it's bad for health, it be your face, I'll be decking. I black your eye, you start to cry, cause I could pop any second. Don't take my kindness for weakness, feel the strength of my presence. My energy is too heavy to me, y'all weakless and peasants. And I'm the king, I do my thing, so kiss the ring when I step it. Don't ever disrespect or just accept, I back out a weapon. Yeah, you was talking tough, I call you bluff, you crying and begging. You lying and telling, go get yourself dying and yelling. To the Lord, screaming, please stop my body from swelling. Y'all niggas try to front, but now I'm back at it. I do just what I want because I make classics. Run down, you be a clown, you get your damn ass kicked. My words is too superb, I got this game mastered. Yeah.
Simple and easy. The target's already dead.
Be careful, careful of people, cause they be acting like they with you. Be careful of people, let's send some boys to come and get you. Be careful of people's always coming up trying to hug you. Be careful of people be the same ones that wanna mug you. Be careful of people that never come out to support you. Be careful of people that be talking about that they taught you. Be careful of people that only come around to borrow. Be careful of people that say they got your ass tomorrow. Be careful of people always saying keeping it real. Be careful of people be the same ones that get you killed. Be careful of people's coming around drinking your liquor. Be careful that person talking about you to the next nigga. Be careful of people, cause to be true, we only human.
That guy is some pretender, but I know he's a hater.
Be careful of people always talking about that they love you. Be careful that love can turn to hate and they want to slug you. Be careful of people telling you spend your money wisely. Be careful of people want you to spend it on them highly. Be careful of people want to hang out without no money. Be careful of people when the bill come they looking funny. They laugh and be careful because happiness could be anger. Be careful those people faking happy put you in danger. Be careful of people you be telling all of your business. They be the same people that be having you on their shit list. Be careful of people playing so friendly with your enemies. Be careful of people be see-through and you ain't befriending me. Be careful of people cause to be true we only human.
That guy is some pretender, but I know he's a hater.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look.
Yeah, we live? Yo, let's beat this fire. Who hit you off, eh? Alright. Yeah. Young, gorgeous, outlaw, lawless, big beard, flawless. Home run hitter, you still scoreless. Approach me cautious, leave you jawless. Shorty said I'm big like Wallace. Regardless, I'm Rippy and Wallace. To be honest, I'm feeling nauseous, exhausted. I wanna vomit. Going postal in the postal office. Leave you in the forest, a coffin, or a small closet. Taking losses, we all took the profit. I'm a prophet, preaching but I'm godless. Cock the Glock, all you hear is silence. Resort to violence. Crooks is mindless without the guidance. Snakes is in the grass, spineless. The science is fucking timeless. Turned a blind eye, your highness will snatch your eyelids. Don't mistake my kindness. Actually, cotton cut your sinus. Their pilots spread the virus. Strangle you with the phone that's wireless. I'm straight stylish, fuck a stylist. Finest Italian Irish. I got kids, so I'm kinda childish. Smoking flames ain't no mild-ish. You get mobbed like what they clean the aisles with. Long aisle shit. File click, wild pit. Young Ricardo like I'm Rick James when I'm rich, bitch. Cocaine sales pitch, get stuck like a glitch or a fork that is pitch. Tough guys turn bitch when that blade switchblade stick. Yeah, you switch real quick, yeah, my click thick. You realize that we sick? Time go by, tick, tick. If you alive, you ain't get shot, you got nipped. Smoking clips, stepping on them toes, you gon' get clipped. Ric Flair, Slick Rick, #1 draft pick. Swayze like I'm Patrick, Fight Club, I'm Brad Pitt. Like I'm Brad Pitt, I'm the fat fuck version of Brad Pitt. I'm the fat fuck version of Brad Pitt. I'm the fat fuck version of Brad Pitt. Say I'm on my Brad Pitt. Say I'm on my Brad Pitt. Say I'm on my Brad Pitt. Say I'm
A colossal flow, my technique is so authentic. Make music with my bros, burn my clothing, go forensic. My pen spit, that mucus and that phlegm, and then it blends skin. Then we come up with this shit. Y'all stupid, I'm dumb and be retarded. You started up a vintage car, heavily oiled, ready to go. Moving with precision, I give you permission to take a listen to this rendition of a classic hit. In the making, matter of fact, it's already made. Track slayed, okay. Rap spray, don't play. Jungle Jim, your face. Mumbling, you say, I'm sorry, I should've chilled. I knew that you would shoot me. You Snoopy, put you in a house outside with a scarf. Y'all niggas is food, I scarf them down. Undercover, bunch of Linuses, so salute your highness. I'm the finest on the MIC and I'm the finest nigga. Conceited, I'm the black fat version of Brad Pitt. I'm the black fat version of Brad Pitt. I'm the fat black version of Brad Pitt. Your highness.
Say I'm on my Brad Pitt. Say I'm on my Brad Eight-Time North Productions. You like it? Yeah. World, what up? Snacks, what up? Yeah. Sinister, what up? What up? Yeah. Long Island, the virus. Boy, I'm living the wildest. You should bow to your highness.
Hey yo, Queens get the money, long time no cash. I'm caught up in the hustle where the guns go blast. Queens get the money, long time no cash. I'm caught up in the hustle where the guns go blast. Hey yo, Queens get the money, long time no cash. I'm caught up in the hustle where the guns go blast. A fool retaliated, so I had to think fast. Put out my heat first, he put out his heat last.
Yo. All right. Yo, what's good? We back. Grindhard TV podcast. We here. It's the second in-studio show for 2025. We make it happen. Y'all just see Lazaris the Thetopdon. We gonna get him back later. We gonna, of course, he gotta spit some bars. This nigga can't be a fucking barsmith and not spit no bars on the show. But I'm actually here because what a lot of people don't understand that to me, this element in hip hop is one of my favorite. Aside from dancing, because people all think that I just rap. Yeah, I'm a rapping ass nigga, MC. But I love breakdancing, b-boying, I should say, and I love graffiti. Even though I'm not a writer, I be trying to do my little tags and shit like that, but I love graffiti. I used to love riding on them fucking graffiti-filled trains back in the days. It was art to me.
I miss that shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I got two legendary graffiti artists in the building, and I want y'all to introduce yourself, you know what I'm saying? From right to left, you know what I mean?
You got Cose TDS.
Hey yo, ladies and gents, my name is ZB, aka the Placement King.
You already know what it is, y'all.
Lowercase Z, capital B, you feel me?
Yo, I want y'all to just, I want y'all to, just elaborate on, like, how do y'all feel about, because this element in hip hop that y'all do, this is very, no, it's really not slept on. It's just that it's not, and I don't want to say that it's not popularized because graffiti's everywhere. It's in everything. It's like on movie sets when they want a hood to look ghetto, they make sure graffiti's in there. You know what I'm saying? When they want to have that certain look.
But they use civilian graffiti and they don't use real graffiti.
So would you say that you being a graffiti artist, that you can be, like how they got hand models and feet models, you can be a graffiti artist for the sets. You ever thought about doing that?
If the bag right, I'm there every day.
I think you could do that. Like that can be done. They hire people to paint up murals and stuff for people. You get paid for that shit. So would you say that you're just a graffiti artist that's active now, putting up pieces and not getting paid for it? So you do it for the love.
I've been doing it for the love since day one.
So now you say you would want to transition into getting paid for it?
I get paid on the low. It's not for like doing movie sets and shit, but people pay me to do stickers, canvases.
Oh, word?
Yes, sir.
So what's the last thing that you would say that you've done that you made a check for?
The last thing I made a check for was this morning. I sold somebody a subway map.
Wow. And
had a purple and turquoise filling on it. Shout out to my nigga Benny from Queens.
Wow, that's active right there. So
I even sold a magazine to a dude who lives in Africa.
And you just you put your tags and your twist on it?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, my guy. Like
I get busy. Like you check my hashtag ZBPTP or ZBHTL, my shit gonna pop up like that pimple on prom night.
Yo, what does that stand for?
Paint things properly, hold the line. Hate these lames.
Look at that shit. Wow. So look, what are some of the guidelines like gang members when they're in a gang, right? They all have guidelines they gotta go by, right? Now graffiti artists, it's like a really small circle of y'all where y'all all know each other. You got the OGs, like Cose, you the OG. You know what I'm saying? And what are some of the guidelines that y'all have to go by when you're a graffiti artist and you putting up shit? Is it just don't tag on somebody's shit or what?
So check it. This is for all you new jacks out there who don't know the rules and shit. Fucking fills, go over tags and outlines. But if you gonna go over somebody tag and outline, make sure you cover their shit up and stop leaving them sticking out. No diddy though.
So if you
blockbusters, go over all of that shit in pieces. You already know that shit covers everything. But if you gonna do it, make sure you come through correct. I see a lot of kids out there going over legendary shit, doing some ugly shit. They leave it hanging out, and like, as that dude said, what's his name? Wilt something? That's nasty work. You shouldn't do it. Know your history. Know who's dead. Know who's alive. Get these books. Go out there. Discover shit. Learn who is who. And for you new jacks out there, pay respect to the vets. Just because you're a bomb, that don't mean nothing. Because at the end of the day, when we leave this earth, we all going in a hole at 6 feet deep. And y'all niggas can't take none of that cocky shit with you. It's just clothes and bones.
Word. That's lit. So look, I want to get to the OG on the couch right now. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the rules and regulations that, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to abide by being an official graph artist?
Just to add what the brother just said, you know, respect
goes a
the
long
pioneers. Before you write a name, make sure you research your name before you start writing it, because you know you got another guy writing Cose. That's, I guess he's from Washington Heights, and he's writing my name, and and he really thinks that he's Cose. And I've been writing this thing since 1979.
Right.
You know, and he's a vandal. You know, there's a difference now. Let me explain to you the difference. You got a graffiti vandal and you got graffiti artists. At one time, the roots of what I do is graffiti vandal. You know, I rode on the trains. You know, I went to train yards, ran from the cops, got arrested in 1983 at 16 years old. Got put on the Daily News for being one of the most prolific graffiti artists in the city. And, you know, now I'm a graffiti artist. I'm no longer a vandal. You know, I put a little sticker here and there, you know, take a tag here and there every now and then. But I'm not a vandal anymore of the way I used to be. You know, I did that. You know, I've been there.
Well,
I
listen,
evolved
you bombed up
as
trains,
a person,
man.
you know what I mean?
I got to give you a hand clap for that, man. Because I ain't going to front. I remember seeing your name a couple of times and shit like that. Like, when I used to go to high school, I always used to see the names Sane and Smith. And so I was always see that the foot, like it was some foot shit.
R.I.P. Foot.
I would always see these tags everywhere, and I'd be like, yo, who the fuck are these motherfuckers? And you never know. You be sitting on a train with these niggas, and they right there. You know what I mean? They get up and put up a piece real quick. But how is it when you gotta like climb in a train yard and do a whole cart? Like what's that experience like? We only see it on movies like Beach
I really like it's nothing like it, man. And once you get that adrenaline rush, it's like anything that you love to do, that you get an adrenaline rush, a real good rush. It's like a get high. It's a natural get high. You know, the thought of the vandal squad might show up. And you got to go run or slide down the pole when you in the layups. You know, going down them poles into the street. You know, it's dangerous, but that's part of the sport of it. You know, it's being a vandal. That's what you got to do. You know.
How long would you say it would take for you to do a whole train car, like one side?
It depends what you're doing. Now, if you're doing a wild style, I wasn't too much into wild style. I'm not. I did a lot of like throw ups and blockbusters.
Now, when you say wild style, that's something
wild style.
It's hard to read if you're not a real graffiti artist or lover. You wouldn't understand what the word is, right?
I like wild style. You know, I know how to do it. But I that's not what I like to do. I like to do something that's legible for the mass media to see. Because if you know anything about graffiti, it's about fame, getting up.
Right.
That's the word called getting up. You want everybody. I want the casual citizen to know my name, Cose, TDS, which is an acronym for the Death Squad. That's the crew I'm down with. And that's what I like. You know, wild style is really just for graffiti artists.
Yo, Cose, even when you do a fill or a burner, your style is still wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
But you know the
How
average.
does it feel to see a train go by and your whole the side of that shit is you up there?
It's undescribable, man. It's just,
that shit is awesome when you standing around. Not to cut him off, like when you standing like on a platform and you like say you chilling on a platform and it's like mass civilians around you,
right?
And like your shit come rolling in the station and like the excitement in your eyes and like you're like super happy and like nobody around you know what's going on, but that feeling that you get, like that shit is amazing.
So would you say, have you done any trains or you just tagged in trains? Have you really done a big piece on a train? Because you more the new school where they made those trains that you really can't graph on, like the silver trains.
I ain't doing no top to bottoms, but
right.
I be smacking trains here and there. Okay. I don't go too crazy with it because I don't want them boys knocking on my door, but I dabble.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cameras around nowadays. You can't really get away with shit like you.
That shit ain't stopping nothing. Long as you got the proper gear to go out there and do what you gotta do, you could get busy and get away with it. The only thing you gotta do in this game is stay anonymous.
So this question is for both of y'all. Which graffiti movie y'all felt was one of the best ones, like from back in the days? You know what I'm saying? From Wild Style to
Star Wars.
Beat Street, Star Wars.
Star Wars was popping. Star Wars? Beat Street, that shit set it off for me. Like when I seen that shit, I'm like, yo, that's dope. Videograph was lit, like Carl Weston. He was a genius when he put that shit together in the 90s. And the last ill movie that came out was State Your Name. And Infamy, like that shit is popping too. If y'all haven't seen that, go check that out.
Right.
The ones that stand out for me is Wild Style and Star Wars. Those two really stand out for me. You know, it's from my era.
Right.
But you know, the new ones are nice too. But I respect anybody that does it. Anybody that does graffiti, art, because I know that it's really a form of therapy. It's something that makes you feel good, something that we love. Once you get that bug, I think I'm going to die doing graffiti.
Of course.
I'm going to die doing it. You know, it's something I love.
Yeah.
Cose, I got a question. Who was your first bombing partner?
Oh, I had my brother B.O. He was the one, B.O.O.T.B., B.O. Rock. He's a little older than me. He's the one who took me to the layups for the first time.
See, these terms, layups, what is that? What is it?
So a layup is when they park the trains on off-peak hours, meaning that, you know, when it's not, everybody's off work and, you know, they don't need that many trains. It's not rush hour anymore.
Oh, so they call that a layover. You're right, actually.
A layup. They call them layups.
Y'all call them layups?
Yeah, that's what they're called. Layups. And, you know, then the train yards, you know, so they don't use as many trains like during rush hour when everybody come. They need all the trains.
Right.
But at a certain time, like 9 o'clock at night, them shits be parked in the middle of the track on the layup. We used to have the skeleton keys and we used to be all up in them shits. Bombing them shits.
The illest layup, the illest tunnel I ever walked through. And this shit is a graffiti museum. If you really a fan of graffiti, go take a walk through Grant Layup. That's the house it is. Grant Layup on the A-line.
Or the A-line?
Yo, this tunnel, it got some of the most amazingest shit ever.
Oh, I know. That's like right when you was leaving Brooklyn and coming into Queens, coming outside.
It has tags in there from the Star Wars era. Like, you go in there, like, you see quick tags. You see ghosts. Like, you see, like, the war that they had. You see RD tags. You see Tool Rage. You see Old English 3.
And this is stuff like you got to go in that special tunnel that they got over there, right?
You got to do some sneaky shit to get in there.
Nah, I could get into all that.
It's worth it.
Yo, Mav, dude, I could get into all that, right?
If you're a clumsy nigga who don't pay attention, take a flashlight.
Yeah.
Tell them why.
Yeah, I'm
that
MTA,
third round is very shocking.
Worker, you know what I'm saying? I used to play on tracks a lot when I always had a fascination with trains when I was younger. So I wound up going to Transit Tech High School and I wound up working for Transit. You know what I'm saying? So I have a fascination with trains. So that goes to tell y'all that when I was younger and I was fascinated with these subway trains and the whole subway system and I would ride the trains and I would see motherfucking graffiti all over the shit. You know what I mean? I would be fascinated by that. So there was a lot of times where I would walk through the tunnels just because I was fascinated by the trains running through the tunnels on the tracks and shit like that. I was one of them little kids where I would ride the train and ride it in the front of the train because I want to look out the motherfucking window going through the tunnels and shit like that. So I applaud you guys because I would see y'all posting that graffiti and shit all throughout the tunnels and stuff like that, and I would be amazed by it because I was so engulfed with the hip hop culture, and graffiti is definitely one of the fucking elements of that shit. And I remember seeing that shit as a little kid before hip hop was even really big.
Well, guess what? Graffiti is not just an element; it's the first element.
Right, exactly.
And I don't know how much you know about Kool Herc. He was a graffiti artist before he even threw that first party in 1973. I got photos of him. I wish I had somewhere in my phone. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. It's on my phone.
Right.
Of him writing on the train before the piecing era, when they were just tagging.
Right.
Before niggas was doing a phase 2 and them niggas.
That's when the white elephants was running?
No, before that. Way before pieces, bubble letters was around.
Right.
Just the tagging era. The very first generation. You know, I got a photo of him.
So you know why do you think that they don't really like praise Kool Herc for the graffiti era?
Because he's not really known for that. He's known for, you know, being the godfather of hip hop.
Right.
That's what he's known for. He didn't really take that really too serious. You know,
K Slay get the praise.
Now K Slay is my man. That's we go way back. He used to write Dez. TFA was his crew, the Fabulous Artists. And the Fantastic Artist, but it's my man right there. I know him from when he was Dez, TFA.
Right.
Or Spade. He used to write those two names.
Right.
And then he became K Slay. But you know.
They got a dope they did a dope mural for him in a barrio. Came out fire. Like it got his portrait and all that.
That's lit.
I was there. Shout out, rest in peace. You know, 200 Deep K Slay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Lazarus the Thetopdon was on 200 Deep. You know what I'm saying? Fire killed that shit. You was next, and you was next to the pun mural.
I got a fill next to that pun mural.
Yeah, well, he did his version of K Slay's 200 Deep verse at the puns mural. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole 6 degrees of separation in here. That's really crazy.
Check that video out.
Word. I think it's about 19 minutes.
Sponsored by Big Daddy Kane, bro. That's what I got Cose.
Yeah, I think it's about 19 minutes, that whole song. I'll be playing it in the car, going through it, and it's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? So shout out K Slay, because his vision was definitely, you know what I'm saying, visible with what he left and the legacy that he left here for doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Word. But I also like to applaud you also too, Cose, because you know what I mean, you know these guys. You've put tags up with these guys. You from that golden era of graffiti artists where you was making it happen, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you explained the difference between an artist and a vandal, you know what I mean? Because this is the home of Vandal Hour, you know what I mean? And that shit has been lit, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna front, I'm a little bit of both. I'm a vandal and an artist.
Right.
Like, I could get busy in the art, but I like writing on shit. Like, I gotta leave my mark before I leave this earth. I gotta let people know that I was here.
You know,
if I don't, who will?
You're absolutely right. And leaving your legacy is your legacy to leave. And I see you over there doing some doodling in your book, and it was more art stuff. You had a lot of art stuff in there. You know,
that was a book that had like some trains in it. Like I got a homeboy, his name is Professionalism, Nameless, Shameless Drop,
right.
And he made a book in 2014 that has like trains in it. So for people who's actually scared to go hit a train, you could buy one of those books and get busy.
That's like having a fucking coloring book and it have certain shit in it.
Some people do call it a graffiti coloring book.
Yeah. That's what it basically is, you know what I'm saying?
But it's nothing like hitting a wall and smelling that spray paint.
That's a
then
fact.
In the morning when you either going to work or you going to some shorty crib or going to a party and you walking down the block with your friends and you see your shit. Some of them might know who you are and they just look at you and give you that smirk. You might wake up in the morning to mad random text messages like, yo son, I seen that shit you did on 125th. That shit came out fire.
That's lit. You know what? From what y'all just telling me right now, actually, graffiti artists are the first ones to really establish looking for clout, because that's what y'all put up y'all pieces for the clout. So now everybody saying that the rappers, they all be chasing clout. Y'all were actually the ones that really first started that shit, because y'all were chasing clout, putting up them tags everywhere.
It wasn't even chasing clout. It was neighborhood kids who grew up in a bad situation having fun.
You was having fun, but you wanted people to see your motherfucking
Niggas
tags.
was doing flips on dirty mattresses,
Yeah.
popping willies and lots. Like, you was a kid being a kid having fun. You was in the street playing hot peas and butter
ultimately,
and skelly with your friends. You don't see kids do that anymore.
You were risking your life to put up a piece.
You was living your life.
No. If you going on the tracks and in the tunnel and all that shit, that y'all risking your lives for that shit. That ain't no easy task to stand in between trains and be on stilts to put shit up, or even go through the tunnels with the third rail and the rats and the bums and all of that shit to put up your piece, so that when somebody's sitting on the train and they whizzing through, they can see your piece real quick. That was for clout, my guy. That's what I think.
We call it fame. That's what we call it. And you know, let me just say something. I think every human being wants to get recognized for something.
Of course.
And I think that's part of what graffiti is, or hip hop is, or anything. Everybody wants to stand out in the crowd. Everybody wants to get some kind of recognition. And so that's what when we write graffiti, and we never even called it graffiti. That's really a derogatory term. we used to just say, well, yo, what you write? We call ourselves writers. Yo, what you write? What you write? What you write? We never say, yo, what graffiti tag? That was the powers that be that gave us that tag.
Or just like hip hop got the name, and or all these names that came to it and shit like that.
One more thing. That you guys, I'm listening to you, and there was a thing, like graffiti is hip hop culture.
Right.
And there was an interview recently. There's a big controversy about. You asked Lazarus about it earlier.
Right,
about
Latin people
who started hip hop, and
right.
was it Puerto Ricans? Was it African Americans? Foundational Black Americans. You got that guy Lord Jamar. I don't know the guy, but he's not even from the South Bronx. And Melly Mel got interviewed, and I respect everything. That man should run for public office because I don't know if you've seen it. You know what he said? He said, "Ain't no blacks started it. Ain't no Puerto Ricans started it. It's a Bronx culture. It's a Bronx thing. If you wasn't there, you shouldn't be talking. Hip hop is a Bronx culture, a Bronx thing. It's not about blacks, Hispanics, whites. It's a Bronx thing. If you wasn't from the Bronx, you weren't there, you shouldn't be talking."
Well, it's like I was saying earlier. It's a movie out there that The Forefathers. I don't know if you've seen that.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's from High Life Entertainment. And it kind of says that it wasn't only in the Bronx that hip hop was going on. It was going on in Queens. It was going on in Brooklyn. It's just that when Fab Five Freddy brung Blondie out there and MTV and all of that to the Bronx, that's how it was coined that it started in the Bronx. So I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying? Like it was other like Grandmaster Flowers and all of them guys from Brooklyn and things of that sort. You know what I mean? They were also cutting up turntables as well and doing blends and shit like that before Kool Herc did that. And that's facts. Like that's out there saying that. So I'm just saying that it was coined that it came from the Bronx because they the ones that got popularized by it first, and there was a movie out about it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what my take on it. It's a movie out there called The Forefathers by Highlight Entertainment. Y'all could Google it, look it up. Everybody that's on the lives, check it out, and you'll see that hip hop was supposedly had started at least 5 years before 1973, from what they were saying from Kool Herc's party. But that's just something that y'all could Google search and look up The Forefathers and see it on that aspect. So I don't agree when you say it was a Bronx thing when it comes to that, because I remember when I was a young kid and I was born the year after hip hop supposedly started. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up on it, and I lived in a neighborhood in Queens with nothing but rappers and stuff like that. So that's all I know from that. You know what I'm saying? But that's either here or there. But yes, I agree. Graffiti was out way before hip hop was big.
Cose, who would you say is the first graffiti writer? In my opinion, I say the caveman.
Yeah, you're right. I got a painting like that. I call it the origins.
It was getting busy before we picked up that cannon. They had
got
a hammer and a rock
in my house in storage that I created with some cavemen writing my name, Cose. That's the real origins of graffiti. They just didn't call it graffiti. They didn't call it writing. They called it cave art. But that's the original. That's the origins. Modern day graffiti.
So who came up with the graffiti name?
I'm not sure. It's one of them Europeans or them people that, because that's a Latin word, graffiti. If you look up the roots of that word, it comes from the Latin.
That's just like they giving the when you talk in a hip hop street slang, they call it ebonics now. They trying to name it something. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna front this culture, this hip hop culture. This shit started a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It started a lot of things. You know what I mean? So I can't say that Latin people wasn't involved from the very beginning, because I remember seeing a lot of Spanish motherfuckers doing their thing.
Oh, we were there. I promise you. I was there. I was born in 1966.
Yeah, see?
I was there. Grandmaster Flash lived like two houses down from me. I know him personally.
Word.
I know Coke Rock. He performed at my show with Lazaris.
Yeah.
Right? The first accredited MC, that's what they say.
Right.
But those, it's already in the books that the Bronx birthed it.
Right.
I get what you're saying, and they got a little document, but right now in the books, everybody know the birth of place is the Bronx.
Shout out all my Bronx bombers.
It's like that dude Cornbread. He talking about he the first graffiti. He's not he don't know, man. He was the first in Philly, maybe.
But that's what I'm saying. It be people in certain places that profess what they believe because everybody have their own perspective. But if you was there, you was there. You know what I'm saying? So in his mind and his perspective, wherever he was at from Philly or whatever, 19, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He felt like he started it and he did it. Just like in another fucking 100 years, people gonna think that Eminem was the first white rapper. But that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not true at all. You know what I mean? He's dope and everything like that, but he definitely was not the first white rapper. Yo, I heard some white kids saying that Eminem was the first white rapper.
Got the Beastie Boys.
Exactly.
Beastie Boys,
You know
Vanilla Ice.
Third base, mad motherfuckers. You know what I mean? The young black teenagers.
He's
you know
just the nicest white boy.
Yeah, he's one of the nice ones. He's dope. He's fucking fire. Shout out Eminem. And he brought in 50. You know what I'm saying? He brought motherfuckers in. So, but he wasn't the first rapper. To the people that's out there watching, Eminem was not the first white rapper. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got some dope graffiti artists in the fucking building. And one more thing that I want to say to y'all is, like, how are y'all able to withstand the fumes from spray paint when y'all was doing these big ass pieces? Because everybody didn't have a fucking gas mask. So how was y'all able to, like...
That was unheard of in my era. Ain't nobody wearing that shit.
Some new fancy
we used
shit.
to get high off that shit.
Yeah.
I used to love that shit. Ain't nothing like that smell. You go to the train yard and you smell, you might have like fucking 20 cans in a shopping bag doing a big piece.
I miss flat black Krylons. Those shits used to smell like cherries.
Damn, y'all niggas was sniffing glue like a motherfucker.
It's facts.
Yo, I ain't gonna front it. When you painting or something like that, that smell, that shit definitely get you high like a motherfucker.
I remember one time one of my homeboys commissioned me like to paint his basement. I was painting his name in his basement. And this is why I found out why people use a gas mask. Like, I'm painting his basement, like the doors is closed, I'm smoking a blunt. When I left his crib and I blew my nose, all my boogers was pink.
So that shit was really getting in
that's
your
why
system.
people wear gas masks. And if you don't, like, you be inhaling this shit for so many years, besides like the asbestos and everything else that's out there, niggas just be walking down the block and you could drop dead like Fred.
Do y'all know a lot of guys that died from inhalation poisoning of the paints that y'all spray painting around or markers and shit that y'all use for so many years?
I want one in particular that I know that escalated his death was Ramel Z. He's a famous artist, and he used to do a lot of resin on canvas.
Right.
I don't know if you know what resin is. Epoxy.
Right.
It's like a clear thing. That shit is like real toxic, and he used to be in his apartment. And he ended up dying off that shit.
See.
No windows open.
He died doing what he loved, though, right?
That's it. Shout out to all our fallen soldiers who passed away. Louis 167, Test 5, Rule Hard Rock, RE 357, DG NWC, Vase 36, Hannah's FAT, PG-ism CPA, Oral SMB, Spec BTC, and the list goes on.
Damn, you lost a lot of motherfuckers off this shit. And was it all from like inhaling poisonous shit? Because I hear a lot of y'all graffiti artists, y'all niggas is goons.
Some of it was natural causes, some of it was fatalities.
Yeah, because what, fatalities from going out there and doing graffiti and like getting electrocuted or something like that, or falling from
Things
somewhere
of that
high?
nature. Things of that nature.
But I hear a lot of y'all motherfuckers be real goons out
Sometimes people be running down on their ops and the situation could get real out of hand.
So you would say that
graffiti is fun and dangerous. And if you ain't got the heart, stay in the house.
All right, so me, when I used to go, there's this place called the Espionage. There's the 2 and 5 line.
Right.
And that was like real Caucasian heaven, I would say. There was this crew called the MPC crew. It's this guy named Cap. He used to go over everybody back in the days. And everybody wanted him. Everybody. He used to go over burners, like with bullshit throw-ups. And niggas used to be like telling me, yo, if you go over, them niggas gonna try to take your... You bugging the fuck. I was a stick-up kid. I wasn't just a graffiti vandal.
Like I said,
I used to go out there with guns and a bunch of niggas. I don't even write graffiti. It used to be like 10 of us. I said, I wish one of them niggas would come in this tunnel. But we never ran into them. You know, I wasn't having it anyway.
Right.
They ain't never say Cose TDS.
I be walking around with a rusty box cutter just in case somebody run up. They could get done up.
He not fucking around. He on his shit, boy. Officially. You know what I'm saying? So in that movie Beat Street, was it? Yeah, Beat Street, right? That was with Spit, right? So that shit was really real. Niggas was going around violating niggas' pieces just to do that shit.
Sometimes you gotta bang out for your name. Somebody might come through, dish your shit because they chasing clout. You gotta let them know you ain't the one.
Wow.
And y'all could either have a fist fight or y'all could pull out the guns.
That's crazy. So, yo, it's been all of this drama that's going on in rap now. It's been like that in fucking graffiti art
like
for
that
fucking
in everything.
decades.
Breakdancing, whether you on the block, you selling drugs, like you just have to let niggas know, like, yo, this my turf, punk. And I'ma hold this shit down.
Yo, I can go front. I'm mad happy to have y'all on this show, man, because this
shit
is
happened by
legendary
accident,
shit,
too. Like, I just popped up because my son wasn't home to have milkshakes with me.
That's what's up. See, you family orientated, too. That's what it is. Motherfucker. Just so y'all know out there, y'all people paying attention, graffiti artists just ain't wild goon niggas that be vandalizing shit. They family men, too. You heard? So just know that.
Right, shout out to my son, Little Z. R.I.P. Caitlin. R.I.P. Toots. That's my daughter and my homegirl's moms. They left the earth too soon, but I keep their memories alive when I'm out there doing my thing.
Okay.
So let me let the audience know that, or what I do now. So I was a graffiti vandal. I was in and out of jail all my life. Went to prison, did like 2 or 3 bids. Got on drugs. For 30 years I did drugs. Smoked angel dust, smoked crack.
Crazy.
That was me. 8 years ago, I turned it all around. I went in drug program. I graduated that. I became a drug counselor after I went to school for it. And then I started doing my art. And then now what I do is I haven't done drugs in 8 years.
Let him finish his story.
I have my LLC, like Lazarus was talking about.
That's hard.
I'm opening a restaurant right now as we speak in the Poconos. I own a brand new car. I don't do drugs. You know, I do art exhibitions. I travel. I was in Egypt last year. I went to Paris last year. And I travel. You know, I do stuff on clothes. Yes. And I curate shows. I just had the Fearless 4 performing at my exhibit, my last solo show. That's the first. Just if you don't know the history, the Fearless 4 were the first hip hop group to get a major label, a major deal, record deal, the first in hip hop. And one of them, the reason I got him is because one of the members is Peso 131.
Okay,
he's an original TDS member. He did graffiti before he became, you know, a celebrity hip hop, you know, from the Fearless 4.
So it's almost like y'all got like a fraternity of graffiti artists that y'all, just because, you know what I'm saying, they branched off to do something else, y'all all have a profound love for the culture, so y'all look out for each other. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I get that. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta pay it forward. That's the way life is, man. You gotta put out that positive frequency, because if you don't do that, you ain't never gonna get nowhere. You have to, all the answers lie within. I learned that the hard way, but I can't keep blaming people. Oh, this happened to me, so I'm getting high. This and this. You can't blame nobody. The answers lie within.
Right.
Once you get that answers, you'll be all right.
The man in the mirror. Hey, yo, Cose. I'd like to give you a round of applause and shout out to you on your road to recovery, because a lot of people, when that monkey jump on their back, they can't shake it off. And you looked inside yourself and like, yo, like, this is not me and I gotta stop doing that. Shout out to all my people who out there like fighting that battle. At the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it.
That's a fact.
You're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your kids and whatever you got going on that you building.
You absolutely right, because I just stopped drinking liquor like August of last year. You know what I'm saying? And I just recently stopped eating carbs like sugar and fucking rice and potatoes and all that, because, you know, I'm older now, so when I go to the doctor and they tell me, you know, my sugar's high, or, you know, my cholesterol's high, or blood pressure, you got to monitor that shit, or you're going to be taking that medication, and you don't know what the fuck that medication going to do to you. So the only other way you're going to like bring those levels down is for you to eat healthier and don't consume some of the poison that they have out here for us in abundance, you know what I'm saying? So I understand exactly where you're coming from, because it's hard as hell for me to resist eating sugar and drinking liquor and all of that, but I be stern
That's
about
my
it.
addiction right there, sugar. Like coffee, like I gotta put like 4 sugars in my coffee.
Yeah, man.
But we do gotta take care of ourselves, because this nigga Bill Gates think there's too many of us running around.
Yeah.
Fuck wrong with that nigga.
I want to say one thing for y'all because you know you said that you were a father, you love your children. He's an OG, he's a family man,
and I got a 16-year-old in my house.
Exactly.
Son.
So do I.
I gotta get home. As a matter of fact, soon.
All right, cool.
By
so
8 o'clock, I gotta take the tablet from him.
So I want to ask this question. I'm glad you brought that up.
Tomorrow's not even school, man.
I'm
There's
glad.
no school tomorrow.
Nah, it's Martin Luther King Day and Inauguration Day.
All right.
Shout out to King.
And it's Inauguration Day.
I still need to get to the hood.
All right, but hold on. It's Inauguration Day. Donald Trump was going to get sworn in tomorrow. I was actually going to go to that shit, but they got him inside now because he got shot before, so they're not going to bring him out. But I want to say one thing. It's something that's going crazy online right now.
TikTok?
And it's not about TikTok. It's about every man that's paying child support can now claim their children. Women can no longer say, oh, the child lives with me, I'm going to claim him every year. If I'm paying you child support all throughout the year, why the fuck are you able to claim my kids throughout the tax time? So this is what's circulating allegedly. I'm hoping it's true because I already posted it. If you are paying child support, you now can claim your children. The parent that has the child can no longer claim that child on taxes no more. The person that's paying child support can use that child as a dependent because you're paying for that child throughout the year. The mother can no longer, or father, whoever's the one receiving child support, you have now lost all rights to claim that child as a dependent. The person who's paying child support, i.e. me, because I've been paying child support to my 16-year-old son for 16 years and I've been in his life the whole time, paying for birthdays and everything and still paying his mom's. So now I'll be claiming him for the rest of his life until I can't claim him no more. And if that's true, I want a fucking hand clap for that shit. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. A lot of parents be out here eating off of their kids. They go and have babies by motherfuckers because they know a nigga's stable and he got money. And you could be there for your child, but they still want to get their own little cut and then still claim him every year. And be like, oh, he lives with me the majority of the year, so I can claim him. How if I'm paying you for him every fucking week or every 2 weeks?
How does that work for deadbeats though?
Well, deadbeats, they ain't doing their taxes anyway, so it don't matter.
I just had to ask that question because, like, I know a few niggas out there, like, they got kids. Like, I know a dude, right? His baby mom's, like, she had him on child support for whatever reason.
Right.
He went to his boss and asked his boss to write him a check talking about he only get paid, like, $20. Meanwhile, this nigga worked for BET. Shorty told him, yo, keep the check and wipe your ass with it. Well, I'm still going to hold the fort down.
And is he in his kid's life?
Nope, not no more.
Oh, okay.
And this shit was like about like, I say 20 years ago.
So basically, since he couldn't give her no extra money, she didn't want him to see his kid?
No, he went to court and told, like, he went to his job and told his boss, like, yo, can you write me this letter saying that you pay me like $20 a week? Meanwhile, like, he was making cake because the nigga was working for BET.
I understand that. I get that. He finessed the system to where he was making less money. But what I'm saying is that stopped him from being in the kid's life?
He brought his daughter a pair of Jordans here and there.
Oh, okay. So he didn't give a fuck. I just posted something where it was saying all of the good guys that care are the ones, we're the licks. We the ones that get done by the women because we care. They say, oh, let me look for this shit.
Already know.
How much time we got, Math?
Okay, because I'm starting to burn up over here.
I want to play this, then I'm going to get Lazarus back in here. You know what I'm saying? But I want to play this and I want to
give these people some balls. That's what I'm
that's no. We gonna play this one piece right here because I want everybody to see what the fuck I'm talking about.
Educate y'all right now. You know
what I'm saying?
Hold on. Me the video is better. No, you didn't DM. You texted.
No, I DM'd you and
you DM'd it. I'm talking about Instagram.
Okay. On Instagram, I DM'd
did?
the video. Yeah, come on.
I saw it on a text just now.
It's not it.
Anybody who listening to this who want to see what I do in the street, my shit is ZB_bunny.
Okay, look, this is the one. Just so y'all know,
I got it.
This is the one right here.
I got it, Nas.
Look, listen to this. This is.
This morning that any woman who put her man on child support or baby daddy or ex-husband or whatever on child support has automatically lost.
It stopped? Oh, hold up. I can't really hear it though.
So Trump just tweeted this morning that any woman who put her man on child support or baby daddy or ex-husband or whatever on child support has automatically lost rights to tax returns, earned tax, child credit, all of that. You lose it.
Take it off your headset.
that might sound like a joke till you realize he has literally about 100, what do you call it? Executive orders he's going to pass on the first day.
I'll be claiming you from now on, son.
So I'm done.
Yeah, so I said I'll be claiming you from now on because that's a fact. Like,
there's so many baby mothers who's tight out there.
Oh, they mad as fuck right now, and that's why I'm letting people know. Like, yeah, I'm trying to look for that other joint where it says on my page where it says, you know what I'm saying, that they saying that the good dads are the suckers. We're the suckers. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, I'm gonna get to that, and then we're gonna get Laz in here. Is that weird?
To all you dudes out there, like if y'all out there piping chicks and y'all know y'all not gonna take care of the kids or want any kids, go get a Magnum. Go get some Plan B.
Some niggas be
Yo, I
wearing
ain't gonna
Magnum.
lie, we gotta kill niggas at these bars.
So-
Right now, the men is probably looking going, damn, we getting killed right now, you heard?
All right, well, look, just so you know, if this is true, all of you motherfuckers that's paying child support, make sure y'all claim y'all kids, man. Because we work hard out here. We take care of our kids and do a whole lot more extra to make sure that our kids are good. And we just get the shaft. So if Trump is really going to do this, I'm claiming my son this year. This is tax time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's going to go out here and finally get some just due. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into a song real quick. I want y'all to first give y'all Instagrams and where people can find y'all at. I know you probably ain't got people that can find you on Instagram nowhere because you still active and shit like that. So
that doesn't mean shit. You could still follow me. Instagram is my trap.
Okay, so let's go.
ZB_Bunny.
ZB_Bunny.
And you got Cose TDS. COSE TDS.
Yeah.
On Instagram and all platforms. TikTok, Facebook, I'm everywhere.
That's lit. That's lit. Do y'all have anything that y'all want to say about the, up and coming artists or whatever like that? Like young people that see y'all doing y'all thing and they want to get started and get into it. Do y'all have anything y'all want to say to them about that?
Do your homework. Do your research. When the OGs is trying to kick knowledge to you, like listen to them. Stop getting cocky because your niggas is outside painting. Like, really listen to them. If you got an OG who's willing to teach you, then take that knowledge in, soak it in, and you could be the best that you can be. And if you do want to make a name for yourself, like, go out there, do your thing. Like, don't diss niggas for clout just because you see your man doing it, because what works for him might not work for you.
Facts. And y'all, you already know what it is. I'm about to bring Lazarus to Thetopdon back in. We're going to go to a song, and then we're going to bring Lazarus in. We're going to spit some bars. You already know what it is. It's your boy, World of Rama, Grindhard TV.
Shit. I heard you had that work, nigga, knock it off. Straight. I heard you put in work, nigga, knock it off. Heard you spin back and clap, nigga, knock it off. You ain't doing shit, so nigga, you need to knock it off. I heard you had that work, nigga, knock it off. Straight. I heard you put in work, nigga, knock it off. Straight. Heard you spin back and clap, nigga, knock it off. You ain't doing shit, so nigga, you need to knock it off.
Laughing at you cornballs, man, while I toss that perpetual oyster on the watch while it's boss wet. Even though I toss slack, damn, in my enemy. COD on the beat, so remember me. I'm kinda like Kennedy, my first name Lazarus. Me and Dice Pay, so I'm not real compassionate. Even though I shoot shots, damn, and it's accurate. Yeah, I'm a pimp, so shorty follow the manuscript. I ain't gonna laugh, cause I'd rather spit real. Throwing money in the club like this was a tip drill. I ain't lying and I'm nice, they know that the kid real. I'm just grabbing on shorty to see how her tits feel, yeah.
I heard you had that work, nigga, knock it off. I heard you put in work, nigga, knock it off. Heard you spin back and clap, nigga, knock it off. You ain't doing shit, so nigga, you need to knock it off. I heard you had that work, nigga, knock it off. I heard you put in work, nigga, knock it off. Heard you spin back and clap, nigga, knock it off. You ain't doing shit, so nigga, you need to knock it off. Trippin' in that Ken's out, hammer in my Benz out. I can drop a bag and don't make me lift my man out. Whatever you did, nigga, you ain't never
It's your boy World Rama. We here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my guests that came in the building today. But we about to end the show. We got maybe like 5 minutes left. And we're gonna let Laz do what he do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go in with some beats. Let's see what you got, my guy. It's not in the headphones. Good. Sound like it's coming out the speaker. You hear it?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Should I go right now?
Take the headphones off so you can hear it.
Oh, you can hear me?
He can't hear the music.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right, then we're not going to do no cypher because I don't want you to get on anything if you can't hear it.
All right, that's fine.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about
it. Nah, go ahead. So look, Laz, we ain't going to go into no cypher. We gonna,
all right.
If anything people want to see you, just tell them where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me everywhere. You already know at Lazaris, Thetopdon, Lazaris. The word "the." There's no ebonics, but rest in peace, Big L. You already know. TOPDON. You know what I'm saying? On all platforms. If not, check me out on my on my website www.topdonempire.com. I mean, we had a little problems with the audio, but you know we're gonna at least give them a little clip because it's only right.
Well, I'm saying I could put some music on now.
No, it don't matter. I'm just gonna give them a couple bars so that way they can hear a little bit. You know what I mean? So they can see what it is.
Let's go.
I said they've been grinding so they could see who we are. I need caviars and TV and VVs that's large. And even though you won't see me or see me deprived, I'd rather be with a bad bitch before you see me give up my life. They playing games, but I turn it around. Because I turn clowns into people that be making they frown. I got to smile while I'm laying it down. Because they know it's Grindhard, and that's how come we run into town. Bars for y'all.
You already know what it is up the top.
Your boy Laz off the top.
Laz is the top Don. Thank you for coming, my guy.
Thank you for having me and my brother. Appreciate it.
You already know what it is. Yo, let them know you coming to Media Monday tomorrow?
They're going to see me at Media Monday.
Media Monday tomorrow. We're gonna be at what's the joint on Thursdays?
Oh, on Thursday we're gonna be at Lyrical Surgery. Shout out to Dr. Hollywood. And then on the 24th we're gonna be at We So Bronx. Shout out Nana Valley Clothing.
That's a fact. So there you go right there. We shows back to back. Shout out to everybody that was in there. The legendary graffiti artists from the old to the new. You know what I'm saying? My artist Lazarus the Top Don, my guy. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all want to book y'all session and y'all want to get on Grindhard TV podcast, all y'all got to do is holler at me, 516-540-1684, or y'all can just hit me up on at Grindhard TV podcast on Instagram or at World Rama. You already know what it is.
Word.
It's your boy
World. Hit me up right here. Little brother, I'm here.
There you go.
If y'all don't see World there, y'all can hit me up. Y'all see I put it up. Grindhard page, TV promoter, Lazaris the Top Don. So if you can't get the World, don't say you can't get to me because I'm outside. And if you ain't outside, you probably at Dunkin'.
That's a fact. You already know. So what's going on? Before we end it real quick, what's going on with you after today? After the show today?
Well, after the show today, I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to go indulge in some more Don Julio and do the grown facts. And then afterwards, they'll be seeing the Street Legend pre-video coming out because I'll be doing the pre-video. And then after that, I'll be doing a hip-hop like a video that comes with emojis and all different kind of stuff on a certain platform that my friend put me on. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be giving y'all new content. Then I'm going to be giving y'all Freestyle Fridays on my Instagram with Queen Jules and a bunch of other people. So, like, I'm really still working no matter what, making sure I keep it entertained.
That's what it is, boy. You already know what it is. We're going to see y'all next week. Happy New Year again. Until January's over, I'm going to be Happy New Year because next month I'm going to just be like Black History Month. That's what I'm going to be doing next month.
Happy MLK
Day, what I'm saying?
baby.
It's a Happy MLK Day on Monday. Happy Inauguration Day for our new president, Donald Trump. That's coming in tomorrow. And we're going to see y'all next week. It's Grindhard TV. You already know what it is.